So welcome back. This is lecture 6 of income from salaries, assessment year 2022-23 for CMA intermediate December 2022 attempt. So we were doing perquisites. ठीक है, हम लोग perquisites कर रहे थे. और perquisites में we had reached till here. Okay. So last thing which we did was accommodation in a hotel. So we'll basically continue from insurance premium payable by employer. Okay. So taxable perquisite for all employees, whether paid directly or through a fund, to effect an assurance on the life of the assessee. That means it is life insurance premium. Okay, LIC premium. Okay, or to effect a contract for annuity. Okay, annuity contract means any amount which you are going to get yearly in future, like pension. Okay, so insurance premium payable by employer for LIC, okay, and any other annuity is a taxable perquisite for all employees, right? And for LIC, employees will get deduction under section 80C. Okay, we'll see that in deductions. So for LIC, you get deduction under 80C. Okay, right. So this is this part, insurance premium by employer. Okay, main thing what you have to remember is any LIC premium paid by employer or any annuity premium for any annuity contract paid by employer. Okay, it will be a taxable perquisite for all employees. Okay, right. So then next is valuation of sweat equity shares allotted or transferred to the SSE. Okay, this is what sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares, we've already talked about that when some higher level employees like directors or some say research employees, okay, when they develop any know-how, okay, any intangible asset, okay, so know-how, etc., any intangible asset which will help the company in earning more profit. Okay, then to recognize these people, the company gives them equity shares. Name of this equity shares is sweat equity shares. These are equity shares only. We are saying using the word sweat. ठीक है, sweat यानी पसीना. पसीना मतलब इन लोगों ने कुछ मेहनत की है कंपनी के लिए. And if you see the word sweat, then ऐसा लगता है कि कोई लोअर लेवल एम्प्लॉइज को दिया जा रहा है. करेक्ट, ऐसा नहीं होता. जो ESOP होता है आपको, वो सबके लिए होता है. जो स्वेट इक्विटी शेयर्स होता है वो सिर्फ कुछ हायर लेवल एम्प्लॉइज को दिया जाता है. बट आफ्टर एक बार ये शेयर्स दे दिए गए हैं तो वो आपको ESOP के थ्रू मिले या स्वेट इक्विटी के थ्रू मिले या आपने परचेज किए कंपनी से, उस सब का जो दे आर ऑल एट पार विद ईच अदर. Okay, so whatever way you have bought or you have got the equity shares, after it becomes yours, okay, there is no difference between an equity share which you got from through ESOP or through sweat equity or you have purchased it. Okay, so this is called as sweat equity shares, right? So what happens in this? When it is given to directors or research employee, either it is given free, okay, or sometimes it is given at a low cost. Okay, so this is your sweat equity shares. So basically, if it's given for free, take it for example, if it's given for free, then the entire thing is a perquisite. Okay, so here there's a little bit of discussion on sweat equity shares. So sweat equity shares or specified securities. Okay, that's why they have just defined what is a specified security. Okay, so it's defined in SCRA Act, Securities Contract Regulation Act. Okay, and it is defined as below. All these are specified securities. Okay, all these are specified securities. You don't need to know it in detail as such. ठीक है, ये आपको यहाँ पे section वेक्शन इसकी सब कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, so what are, just generally you have to understand what comes under specified securities. Okay, one is any share, scripts, stocks, bonds, debentures, debenture stock, any marketable securities. Okay, or any security comes under specified securities. Okay, so जो स्क्रिप्ट लिखा है ना, एक्चुअली स्क्रिप्ट नहीं, ये स्क्रिप्ट है. ठीक है, एनी ऑफ योर शेयर सर्टिफिकेट और डिबेंचर सर्टिफिकेट, these are all, इसका एक वर्ड होता है जिसको बोलते हैं स्क्रिप्ट्स बोलते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज स्क्रिप्ट्स. ठीक है, मतलब वही आपके शेयर्स, डिबेंचर्स, वही उसी को स्क्रिप्ट्स बोला जाता है. ओके, of any incorporated company or other body corporate. दूसरा is derivative. Okay, derivative is something which derives its value from underlying assets. Okay, derivative will not have its own value, so it will derive its value from underlying assets. से एक होता है आपका petro bonds. There is something called as petro bonds. If you get this petro bonds, the price will go up or come down based on price of petroleum. ठीक है, तो पेट्रोलियम इज द अंडरलाइंग एसेट. सो पेट्रोलियम का जो प्राइस है उसको ये मिरर करेगा. ओके, इट विल मिरर द प्राइस ऑफ पेट्रोलियम. सो दीज आर कॉल्ड एज डेरिवेटिव्स. ओके, दीज आर आल्सो सिक्योरिटीज. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज यूनिट्स ऑफ CIS, कलेक्टिव इन्वेस्टमेंट स्कीम, मींस CIS को बोलते हैं CIS. तो CIS is very similar to mutual fund. ठीक है, even if you see the name collective investment scheme, you collect money from many people and then you invest it. Okay, same as happens in mutual funds. Okay, so there's a little bit of difference in the way CIS operates and in a way mutual fund operates, but from a logic point of view it is very much like a mutual fund. ठीक है, units of CIS. नेक्स्ट इज सिक्योरिटी रिसीट, एंड यू डोंट नीड टू रिमेंबर ये जो नाम दिया गया है आपको. ठीक है, दिस एक्ट, यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस एक्ट वगैरह, जस्ट रिमेंबर इट एज अ सिक्योरिटी रिसीट. ठीक है, सिक्योरिटी रिसीट इज लाइक अ शेयर एक्चुअली. ठीक है, बट सिक्योरिटी रिसीट्स आर गिवन टू सम हाई एंड इन्वेस्टर्स. ठीक है, तो ये जो है ये आपके सिक्योरिटी रिसीट्स, क्योंकि ये होते हैं वेरी हाई वैल्यू रिसीट्स, सिक्योरिटी रिसीट्स. ठीक है, सो इसको जो है सो प्रैक्टिकली इट वर्क्स लाइक अ शेयर ओनली. ठीक है, लेकिन ये हाई वैल्यू होते हैं. ओके, आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू रिमेंबर कि किस चीज में जैसे जो हाई वैल्यू होता है ना कि there's a term for it. Okay, those, there are some very high value buyers. Okay, so उन लोग, for them security receipts are issued. ठीक है, तो ये होता है आपका there are some, इसमें ये कुछ institutional buyers होते हैं. ठीक है, very high, individuals नहीं होते, institutional buyers होते हैं. ठीक है, सो उनके लिए ये इश्यू होता है. सो बेसिकली ये भी क्या है, ये भी शेयर्स जैसे ही, दिस समथिंग अ रिसीट व्हिच इज जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि आप इस चीज के ओनर हो. शेयर वही कहता है ना, व्हाट डज शेयर डू? शेयर सेज इफ देयर आर 10,000 शेयर्स इन अ कंपनी एंड यू हैव गॉट वन शेयर, दैट मींस आपका ये क्या बोल रहा है, आपका 1/10,000 होल्डिंग है. करेक्ट, 1/10,000 ownership is yours. This is what share says. Same is security receipt. इसका भी यही सेम वो है, ठीक है। ओनली थिंग इज दैट आपका बहुत ही बड़े इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए ये दिया जाता है, ओके। एंड देन नेक्स्ट इज यूनिट्स इशूड अंडर एनी अदर म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम, ठीक है। म्यूचुअल फंड, यहाँ पे हमने CIS देख लिया, CIS यूनिट्स, ओके। यहाँ पे म्यूचुअल फंड्स, प्रैक्टिकली फॉर यू बोथ आर सेम, ठीक है। यहाँ पे हो गया म्यूचुअल फंड्स, ओके। नेक्स्ट इज एनी इंस्ट्रूमेंट इश्यूड बाय स्पेशल पर्पस डिस्टिंक्ट एंटिटी, ठीक है। इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ स्पेशल पर्पस डिस्टिंक्ट एंटिटी, ठीक है। ये भी आपके एक्चुअली क्या होते हैं, यूनिट्स होते हैं। दिस इज ऑल्सो यूनिट्स। यू नो व्हाट इज अ स्पेशल पर्पस डिस्टिंक्ट एंटिटी? कभी आपने सुने इसका नाम, स्पेशल पर्पस एंटिटी? See, in short what happens, इसमें जैसे सिक्योरिटी के डेफिनेशन में you only have to कितना ही बोलना है आपको, ओके। सिक्योरिटीज includes shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, derivative, CIS units, mutual fund units, security receipts, okay, and special purpose distinct entity units, government securities, okay, and instrument declared by CG to be securities. Central government is declaring them to be securities, or rights or interest in securities. These come under securities. So अगर even if you get any theory question, इसको इसी तरह से आपको short में लिखना है, okay. This is what is securities. So यहाँ पे so other three are straightforward. So regarding your special purpose distinct entity, क्या होता है कभी कभी कि here is a company, okay. Here is a company, right? Now it wants to say it is acquiring some new business. Okay. This company's current share price is, let us say, current share price is 500 per share. Okay. Now it has acquired, say, some other company which is currently loss making, but it is going to be useful to this company. Okay. ऐसा कुछ, they have acquired something. Now, okay, if they fully merge it into this company, what will happen? This company is currently loss making, correct? So the net profit will go down overall, right? And ये जो है, then share price will also go down along with it, correct? ऐसा होगा तो मार्केट में क्या थोड़ी खलबली मच जाएगी, okay? So although this unit is still performing very well, इसमें कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है, ये नया डिसीजन लिया है इसको एक्वायर करने के लिए. You have taken a decision to acquire a new entity, which I am showing in violet here, okay, right? And you are doing this because maybe like it will help you in some way, okay. It is strategic for you, that's why you have acquired it. But just by merging it with your company, what will happen is the price per share will go down, and the current shareholders, they will all become, because see, normal shareholders do not know all these intricacies, okay. They'll just come to know that they'll see that, okay, they'll see the P&L, they'll say that the profit has gone down, ठीक है. So इसके लिए क्या किया जाता है, just to, you know, whatever is your good units, okay, you want to keep the good units separately, so the investors are also happy and your reputation in market also remains properly, it doesn't take a hit. So इसके लिए आप क्या करते हैं ना, for this you, okay, what you do is this is a separate entity is prepared for this, okay. Separate entity is prepared for this, okay. You will give it your shares and take the units of this special purpose entity. So now what happens, this इसके सारे units अब आपके पास हो गए. So what you are doing, you are able to control the entire company, correct? So कोई फर्क भी नहीं पड़ता है, और and you are able to keep both results separately also, okay. तो इसको बोलते हैं special purpose entity, right? So it is normally temporary. Once it comes up, ठीक है, उसके बाद आप merge कर सकते हो, right? You can merge it later on. This is called a special purpose distinct entity. Okay, so ये जो यूनिट्स बोल रहे हैं इसके यूनिट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, the units of special purpose distinct entity. अच्छा, यहाँ पे sweat equity shares definition is equity shares issued by a company to its employees or directors at a discount or for consideration other than cash for providing know-how, intellectual property rights, value additions. Okay, so मैंने ये बोला कि यहाँ पे they are providing some intellectual property rights, right? Know-how, intellectual property rights, value additions. Okay, for that the company is giving them equity shares, okay, at a lower price, okay, or for consideration other than cash means consideration like intellectual property rights, value additions. Okay. Okay. Then next is note. Let's see. Okay. If shares allotted for other reasons, it is not a perquisite. Okay. So if shares are allotted for these things, it is a perquisite. Correct. If say you are giving the company some land and the company is allotting shares to you, you are an employee, or say you are an employee or director, okay, but you are giving some asset to the company and in return you are taking shares. So this is not sweat equity now, correct? So if granted to employee against acquisition of immovable property, then not perquisite. Okay, employee is liable to pay tax under capital gains. Okay, so if for example in this case, if he's selling an immovable property, then he'll be liable to capital gains. So keep it out now because we'll be doing capital gains separately. Okay, so now, so this sweat equity shares जो हमने भी discuss किए, it is perquisites if allotted or transferred on or after 1/4/2009. Okay, by employee directly or indirectly. Okay, if allotted or transferred, sorry, by the employer directly or indirectly, free of cost or at concessional rate. Okay, so these three conditions are required for it to be called as sweat equity. ठीक है, ये बात हो गई मेरे sweat equity. So what have we seen in sweat equity? इसमें first of all, ठीक है, so in the name of sweat equity you can give any securities to your employees. Okay, employees or directors. Securities का meaning we saw. Okay, one is all shares, stocks and all those things, derivatives, CIS units, security receipts. Okay, security receipts and mutual fund units. Okay, and special purpose distinct entity units, government securities, instrument declared by central government to be securities, or rights or interest in securities. This is definition of securities if a short note comes. Otherwise it will not be helpful to you. Okay, so then security, sweat equity shares, we have seen what is sweat equity shares. Okay, it is given to employees or directors for providing know-how, intellectual property rights or value additions. Okay, and last thing is it will be perquisite if allotted or transferred on or after 1/4/2009. This date you will have to remember, by employer, former or present, directly or indirectly, free of cost or concessional rate. Okay, this is about your sweat equity shares. ठीक है, अब ये sweat equity shares perquisite बनेगा हम बोल रहे हैं, correct? So what will be the value of that perquisite? Okay, value of, if the sweat equity shares are given to the employee, what is the value of that perquisite? Okay, so how will you compute FMV on the date on which option is exercised? ठीक है. So in these things, in sweat equities and all that, even stock options, okay, what you have is, first is you have the employer. First of all, your employer will give you an option that you can opt for these sweat equity shares, okay. And then and he'll just tell you that we're giving you at this price, whatever, okay. It will be announced first. Then after that, okay, there will be a period called as vesting period, okay. So after you pay, after they declare, so and you pay, there is a certain 1 or 2 years period, okay. Only after these 1 or 2 years, let us say for example I'm taking 2 years, okay, you will then get the right to opt for this, okay. Okay, so this works like this to why this 2 years period is, it just helps the employer to retain the services of the employee. ठीक है, रिटेंशन बोनस का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, रिटेंशन बोनस is given to some very good employees. So under retention bonus, they'll say give you some money, let's say 5 lakhs, and they will say this retention bonus is for 2 years. So then they would be reasonably sure that you are not going to leave for 2 years, because if you leave, then you'll have to return this amount. Okay. So whenever you get this bonus, then you have to pay some tax on it. But when you have to return the whole amount. Correct. So employees normally do not break retention bonus. Okay, so this is like a retention bonus. Okay. Now because now this is I've talked about some money. Okay, these are say shares of a very good company. Then for the employee, he would really want it. Correct. So there is a vesting period, and then you can opt for the shares. You can buy the shares. For that also, you will get a period, 2-3 years period. Within that, you can decide. Within that, you can buy whenever you want. Okay. So it is like that. So FMV on the date when option is exercised. Okay. So there will be a date. So first thing is here, like you would be told that I am giving you this option. Then you will exercise this option. Okay. So when you will exercise this option, on that date, whatever is the market price, that will be treated as your perquisite value. Okay. And if you have paid any amount, less amount paid by the SSC, this becomes your value of perquisite. Okay, simple hai, bilkul. FMB on the date when option is exercised, less amount paid is your value of perquisite. Okay. So then here is a definition of option. It means a right but not an obligation. Okay. Nobody is forcing you to go for it. To the employee to apply for the specified security or sweat equity shares at a predetermined price. Okay. So चलिए इसका एक example करते हैं. We'll do one example for this. Okay. So the company X grants option to its employee R on 1st April 2016 to apply for 100 shares in the company for making available intellectual property right to the employer company at a predetermined price. Okay, price of rupees 50 per share. Okay, at a predetermined price of 50 per share. So what it means is, still here I'm thinking the company's name is X. It is giving an option to R. Okay, on 1st April 2016 to apply for 100 shares because the employee R has given them intellectual property. Okay, and at a predetermined price of rupees 50. You're saying you can go for it at rupees 50. Okay, 50 per share, with the date of vesting of option being 1st April 2017. Okay, so the option will vest on him. That is, he can buy it when it vests on him, basically. Okay, with the date of vesting of the option being 1st April 2017. Right. So simply speaking, ये जो option का ही होता है ना, it's not that they'll give you, you can buy, it will become yours. No, it will go on for some years, because one of the objectives is to retain you. Okay, so they have made the announcement on 1st April. They have also told you that you will get for 50. Okay, but you can buy only on 1st April when the option vests on you. Okay, and the exercise period. So on 1st April, it has vested on you. Okay, so now from year onwards, you can buy. But the exercise period is 1st April to, there'll be some years they will give you to exercise it. Okay, 1st April 2017 to 31st March 2022. So if you see, here we're talking about 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years are there for exercise. So he exercises his option on 31st March 2021. Okay, in this case, he has exercised it on 31st March 2021. Okay, and the shares are given to him. So once he has exercised, then they will have to make all entries and all that, right? And to make the shares in his name. So they will need some days for that, correct? So shares are transferred to him on 3rd April 2021. So what are the main dates here? Chalo, okay, let's see what are the main dates here. Employees are, okay, so on 1st April, they gave him the option that you will get 100 shares for rupees 50 per share. Okay, and then they have given him a vesting date on 1st April 2017. Okay, so before that, he has been shown that he is getting it, right? Like you're showing, showing something, like for example, I'm not really comparing employees to dogs or something, but many times you show something to dogs, right? Yeah, right, and they get excited. Okay, like people who have dogs, they would know that. Okay, so and then you give it to them later on. Okay, so I'm not drawing any parallel saying employees are dogs, but here they are just showing it to the employee. Okay, so here what they are doing is, like, see, you are going to get it only at rupees 50, but after some time. So he knows that he is getting it. Because he knows that he is getting it, he'll stay till he gets it. Okay, so then date of vesting of option is 1st April 2017. Okay, and then he can exercise it. He will get some time to exercise it. He'll get a long time actually. Okay, so this is, so he finally exercised it on, so this date we don't need, exercise period we don't need. Okay, so date when he exercised the option, that is important. 31st March 2021 is the date when he exercised the option, and the shares were given to him on 3rd April. Okay, so these are the dates which are important to us. So 1st April, he got it at a price of 50, 1st April 2016, but on 1st April 2017, it vested on him, and he took it on 31st March 2021. Shares were given on this date. Okay, so here, so then we have been given fair market values on different dates. The point here is which one are we going to pick up. Okay, that is the important thing. 1st April 2016, fair market value is 100. Okay, and 2017, it is 180. And 31/3/2021, Okay, when he exercised his option is 440, 3/4/2021 is 470. Compute the taxable perquisite. Okay, so in case of vesting of options, what will, if I just repeat it again, what will happen is employer will announce, okay, announce that I'm giving you sweat equity. And will give you the price also, which will be much lower. Okay, right, so that is the attraction, that the price will be much lower. So he will announce that. So, and he will also tell you that I will give it to you, say after a year, after 1 year or 2 years. Okay, he'll give it to you after 1 or 2 years. But because now you know that you're going to get this equity, even if you are planning to quit or something like that, you will still go on for another 2 years or 1 year till you get it. So say after 2 years, the employer says that now you are eligible to subscribe to sweat equity. Okay, right, so this is called as vesting. Okay, so vesting is also normally a range of dates. Okay, anything in a, if you give just 1 day, then anyone can miss it, correct? So it will also be a range of dates normally. So when once they say that it is vesting now on you, then you will have a range, a period where you can exercise the option. Exercise the option. Okay. So here, so right. So now, which date? So basically, all this is the concept of your sweat equity, right? Now here, the thing is, we have got now 4 dates. Okay, which dates are important to us? Firstly, the share, when are the shares actually given? Till the shares are allotted, okay, that share has not come into existence, correct? Once the company allots and releases the share, only then it will come into existence. So it has come into existence only in 3rd April. So you cannot tax before 3rd April. Okay, you cannot tax, okay, the employee before 3rd of April. Why? Simple reason, the security is not there right now. Before 3rd of April, that security, they are still printing it or whatever. It has not come out. So how can you tax something which is not there, correct? So which is why you will tax on 3rd of April. Okay. And your, when you exercise the option, okay, that date's fair market value will be taken. Okay. We'll take the market value of the date when the option is exercised. Okay. But that you will be taxed in this date. It is making a difference, correct? Both are in different assessment years. 31st March is previous year 2021, correct? And this 3rd April is previous year 21-22, right? You are taxing in, the tax has to be paid in 21-22. I mean, it will be accounted for in 21-22. Okay, so let's see the computation. And cost for him is the cost which he is paying, correct? Cost, what is he paying? 50 rupees. That is the cost which he has to pay. So what you will do is, here, first go for the FMV on the date when option is exercised, which is 440, this one. Okay. So this will be the, this is the market value, right? When he has exercised option. So this is the advantage which he has received now. So today he has got something which is of value 440 per share. So which is why your FMV, this is your sale value basically, 440. Okay. And your cost is 500. Okay. Cost is 50, sorry, 50 into 100 shares. So this will be the cost. and take deducted, that will be value of perquisite. Okay. And for him, like if he sells it in future, if the employee sells it in future, then the amount cost of acquisition for him will be 44,000. So this we'll see in detail in capital gains. Okay. For now, we are seeing the salaries part of it. Okay. So here just the thing you can remember is if he wants to sell it in future, his cost of acquisition will be this much, 44,000. Okay. Understood? Understood, right? Clear? Just go through it once, you will understand it. It's a small concept. Okay. So, right. So next we'll talk about valuation of perquisites in respect of motor car. Okay. Perquisites in respect of motor car. So here, in this table, first thing you have to see is first is where car is owned by the employee and where car is owned or hired by the employer. Okay. So who owns the car? So you will have to remember this format as it is. Okay. I just try to make it very simple for you. It's kept very simple here, so it will not be confusing to you. Okay. So go through this instead of the one in the study material. This will be much easier to remember. So let's see. We are seeing perquisites for motor car. So employer is providing motor car, okay, for use. Then what is the perquisite value? It is the complete table of it. First thing you have to see is when car is owned by the employee. Okay, car is owned by the employee. There can be two things here. It is maintained by the employee and maintained by the employer. Okay. If car is owned by the employee and he is only maintaining it, then where is the perquisite? There's no perquisite. So hence it is not taxable, zero. Okay. So always remember, when you remember this table, car owned by the employee, owned by the employer. This will be two sections. First, owned by employee again start with maintained by the employee, maintained by the employer. Okay. The first one will not be taxable because there is no advantage. If maintained by the employer, okay, if maintained by the employer, if used wholly for official purposes, okay, so it's not using for personal purpose at all. Okay, although employer is giving the maintenance cost, running and maintenance, petrol and all that, okay, but it is being used fully for official purpose, so there is no perquisite, correct? Hence it is nil. Okay, that's why for official purpose will always be nil, right? And if it is used fully for private purpose, now he is using fully for private purpose. Car is owned by him, so to that extent there is no perquisite. But the maintenance cost given by employer is a perquisite. So what you have to take, employer's expenditure, whatever maintenance expenditure is given, less if he is recovering any amount from the employer. Okay, that will be your that will be your perquisite value. So leave the last column, I'll just explain it later. Okay, so then third one is used partly for both, partly for official, partly for private purpose. Okay, so here, so he's using partly for official, partly for private purpose. Okay, so whatever employer's expenditure, so can we say that this is employer's expenditure, this one is employer's expenditure? Okay, And from this expenditure, if we take out official part, okay, when it's using it for both, from the employer's expenditure, if we are taking out the official part, we'll get purely private part, correct? Okay, so what we will do here is, this is the employer's expenditure. What is the total expenditure the employer has given to you? Now this contains, right, now the above one is only private, okay, private use. Above one is only private use, but this one, this employer's expenditure contains both, correct? It has little bit official part also and private also, okay. How do we segregate it? So this, no, this is considered as charge of official part, remember that, right? So this is from employer's expenditure, we are removing the charge of official part. So so we are getting the perquisite value, because we want to, the perquisite is only private, right? So which is why what we are going to do is, this is the official part. So I'll just mark it in red. You will know this is official part. The same thing we will use elsewhere also. In when we go to maintained by employee, the same thing we'll use, which I have marked in red here. Okay, I'll show that to you. So so basically it will be repeated once. That's all. So now here, for official purpose, now this is statutorily defined. Okay, it is defined that if car CC cubic capacity is up to 1.6 liters, engine is 1.6 liters, right? Normally all small cars come under this, right? Then it is 1,800 per month. If it exceeds 1.6 liters, then it will be 2,400 per month. So basically you will pick one of these two, correct? If it is less than 1.6, you will take this, otherwise this. So you won't take both together, correct? One of the two only. Next is 900 per month if chauffeur means driver, okay? 900 per month is if chauffeur is provided. Okay. So how will you get the perquisite value here? You will take the employer's expenditure. You will deduct this. In this, either this one or this one will be there. So if 1,800 you are using, then you won't use this, or the other way around, right? So from this expenditure, we will add these two values. These two values, whatever we have, will add this and this, and will deduct from employer's expenditure, and you'll get perquisite value. Okay, but there's only one thing here, or higher amount as per records of the employer. Okay, if employer is maintaining records, okay, if he's maintaining proper records about official expenditure and he is ready to certify it, then you can take some higher amount than this. Okay, you have an option only in this case, only. Otherwise, next whatever we're going to see, there's no option. Only in this case you will have an option. Okay, the last one is, so this gives you what? When we did this, it has given us the perquisite value, correct? If the employee is giving something for the car, then that you have to reduce. So that is there in everything. Okay, so this completes your maintained by employee, car owned by employee, and maintained by employee, and maintained by employer. This part. Okay, two things are there. One is maintained by employee, so nothing is there. Maintained by employer but owned by employee is what we have discussed here. Okay, so last column we'll see later. Second is, car is owned or hired by the employer. Okay, what is this? This is car is owned or hired by the employer. So here again there will be two things. One is maintained by the employee. Second will be maintained by the employer, correct? So if it is maintained by the employee, if official purpose will be zero, correct? There is no perquisite. So this is zero. So for now, if it is used for private purposes only, okay. So here employee is maintaining it. So from the point of view of maintenance, there is no perquisite. Okay. Perquisite is only there for the car, correct? Right? It's not there for maintenance, which the employee is giving. So that's why perquisite will take 10% of actual cost of car, or higher charges. If he has hired the car and giving it to you, then take higher charges. Okay. Just add salary of driver if it is payable. That's all. Simple. Here there is nothing. Okay. And if it is used partly for both, again here, so here you will just say 600 per month if up to 1.6 liters, 900 if exceeds 1.6 liters, and for driver 900 per month. Okay. So easy way to remember this, you can see here, starting from here. Okay, you only have two figures which you have to remember, set of figures. Okay, 900 is your driver. Okay, and this is the, you can just say this is 1.6 liters, correct? 1.6 liters. So this 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24. So this is 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24. This is how you can remember it easily. Okay, and drivers 900, you can just say half of this. Okay, and for the below one, okay, this is one set. For the below one, driver remains at 900. Okay, driver remains at 900. The above two will get reduced. Okay, this will become for 1.6 liters, it is straight away 600. Okay, for 600, driver will remain at 900. Okay, so because the logic is whatever be the charge of the car, driver salary will remain the same, correct? So this is 900. Now this will also be 900. This is how you can remember it. Okay. So what did we do? Second one, car is owned or hired by employer. Okay, we are saying car is owned or hired by employer, maintained by employee. Next is maintained by employer. Both are now employer. Okay. So now, but again, for official purpose, you cannot say it's a perquisite, right? It's not taking home anything out of it. So it's nil. And for wholly for private purposes, okay, only for private purposes, what will you say? So actual expenditure of the employers, whatever, what did you say here? You said that only cost of the car. Okay, because expenses were incurred by the employee. Here, actual expenditure of employee plus 10% of cost of car or higher charges. Okay, the salary of driver will also be included in this. So in this, just say the next one here, whatever you have here, no, this one. In this one, what we did, you had only car, right? Cost of car and cost of driver we had taken here. In this, just add maintenance charge. That's all, you will get it here, this one. Okay. Now, right, clear? Just go through it twice or thrice, then you will be able to remember the table. You have to remember it as it is. Okay. When problem comes, we'll do some problems. Okay. So when the problem comes, you will have to find out, okay, which table does it belongs to, and then it will be very easy work after that. You used partly for both. Now this is again, I said this will be repeated. I said above, right? It's the same as that. Just take 1800 here, 2400 and 900. Okay, it's the same as what we had here. Okay, fine. Now coming to the last column. See, now last column just says whether it is taxable only for specified employees or all employees. S means only for specified employees. So why I said I'll tell you later is when car is owned by employer, Okay, that time it is taxable only for specified employees. Okay, it's taxable only for specified employees. Logic being that when car is owned by employer, see, he will give car facility to a higher level employee only normally, right? So which is why it is taxable only for specified employees. In the second set of our table, car is owned or hired by employer. And the first set, it is for all employees. Okay. First set, it is for all employees, it will be taxable. In the second set, it will not be taxable for other employees. The first set, it will be taxable for everyone. Okay. Another logic being that why it is taxable for non-specified employee also. Okay, because he is able to own a car, right? He is able to own a car. So he is of some status. That's why. Okay. So you just have to remember that in the first table, it's for all employees. Second table only for specified employees. Okay. Second means this whole thing maintained by employer. This one. Car is owned or hired by employer. This one. Okay. Clear? We'll do some problems. I'll show you how we will take things from this table. Okay. This table you should memorize as it is. And whenever problem comes, just see what the problem says, and you can just see which of the four table parts, four sub parts of the table. Two main parts are there, correct? One is car is owned by the employee, owned by the employer. And then there are two sub parts again, maintained by employee, maintained by employer. You just have to find out which sub part it belongs to, that's all. And then your problem will be easily solved. So let's do one problem. Okay. So this is just some explanation which I've already given. Partly means partly for official, partly for private purpose, and maintained means running and maintenance charges met or reimbursed. So maintained means it doesn't mean that employer is directly maintaining it. It's okay if employee is maintaining it and he's giving it back. Both are same. Okay, that's what meaning of maintained is, met as well as reimbursed. Okay, right? So that's it. Now, condition for claiming higher deductions, I just told you here that only in the first one. Okay, in this first one, owned by employee, table B, here we had this or higher amount as per records of the employer, right? Nowhere else in the table you will find this one. So this means higher amount. This holds good when employer has maintained all records in detail. Okay, so that's what is being said here in this. Conditions for claiming higher deductions is employer has maintained complete details of journey, okay, destination, mileage, amount of expenditure, all that. Okay, so for that it will apply. There are many employers who everything is maintained, right? All bigger employers and all. There you can take. If this data is not properly maintained, then you will go as per the provision. Okay, and then next is employer gives certificate stating expenditure was incurred for official purpose. That's all. Okay, he's maintaining records and giving certificate that he has incurred it for official purpose. That's all. Okay. So then some other notes here. One is reduce charges paid by employee. Find out your perquisite value. Okay, as per the table. If employee is paying something for it, just reduce it. Okay, right? If I am getting, if my perquisite is 10,000, but I am paying 4,000 to the employer, then my perquisite is actually 6,000, right? Because I am paying 4,000 for it, right? That's why you have to reduce it. Ignore part of month. So in this, for car facilities, okay, you don't consider part of month, right? So which means that you have got now per month value is given, right? 7,800 per month. Per month is there, correct? So now say if I'm saying 8.5 months, yes, use the car for 8.5 months. In this case, you will remove 0.5, just take 8. Okay. So ignore part of month. Even if I'm saying 8 months and 29 days. Still you will remove it. Okay, you will only take 8 months. Okay, ignore part of month. When more than one car is provided, otherwise then wholly and exclusively for official purpose. Now these are like some very high profile employees, like director employees and all that. Okay, so for them, if more than one car is provided, okay, otherwise then wholly and exclusively for official purpose. Okay, either you can say for personal purpose or partly for both. Okay, so like for they will not have separate car for office purpose, right? Higher end employees, they will have their own one car and be used for all purpose. So if more than one car is provided, then what will you do? Take one car as for partly for office and partly for private. One car for that. All other cars take only for private purpose. Okay. If 4 cars have been given, this is a big employee, let us say. Okay. 4 cars, different variety cars have been provided. Take one car for partly for office, partly for private. Other 3 will be fully for private. Okay. Conveyance facility of judges or High Court, Supreme Court is not taxable. We know that. Use of vehicle for journey from residence to workplace or vice versa is not taxable. Okay. This also, so journey from residence to workplace and vice versa, if the employer is providing you a vehicle, is not taxable. Correct? We have talked about that. Right. So this completes your perquisites in respect of motor car. It is said to be an important part and a big part, perquisites in respect of motor car, because there are so many provisions in it. So let's do some problems. So here, first one, Sonam has been provided a car 1.7 liters by employer Vikas Limited. Now here itself, see 1.67 liters we have got. It's more than 1.6, correct? This point we got it. Cost of car to the employer was 3,50,000. Okay, and so Sonam has been provided by employer. So car is owned by employer. Now we also came to know that this is the second table, correct? First table, second table. Okay, this is the second table. Car is owned by employer. Cost of car to the employer is 3,50,000. Maintenance cost by employer is 30,000. That means it has been incurred by employer also. Running and maintenance has been incurred by the employer. Okay, right? ठीक है. So ये चलिए, तो ये किस इसमें आ गया, चलो ये देख लेते हैं. लेट्स जस्ट ये ऊपर जाके हम देखेंगे कि कौन से टेबल में आता है. ये कार इज ओन्ड और हायर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर और मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, इसमें आ गया. करेक्ट. इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा था आपको टेबल याद रखना है. पहले आप ये पता कर लो कि कौन सा टेबल अप्लाई हो रहा है. You should know which table is getting applied. Here this table will get applied. Okay, right. So let's see. Let's go down again. Now we know we have zeroed in which table to use. Okay. Okay. So cost of car is 3,50,000. Okay. For 10% we will use that cost of car. Cost incurred by employer is 30,000 per annum. Driver salary 3,000 per month. Find perquisite value. You have to find for all of these. One second. Okay, so you have to find for what? Official purpose, personal and private purpose. All 3 we have to find out. Okay, just go to the table and they have given, in the end they have given you for BNC employee is being charged 15,000 per annum for that facility. ठीक है. एक चीज सबसे पहले कि ये सब प्रॉब्लम्स में आपको बहुत ही केयरफुल रहना है. कहाँ पे per annum दिया है, कहाँ पे per month दिया है. Okay, you have to be very very careful wherever per annum is given, wherever per month is given. Okay, it can cause your entire problem to go wrong. Okay, so okay, so now let's see. So this one, employee is being charged means employee is giving this much, correct? So this will deduct at the end after getting perquisite value, right? So here let us see, maintenance cost is 30,000. This will be what? 12 threes are 36,000, and 10% of this will be 3,50,000. So let's go up, go back to the table and see. ठीक है, ये करना है हमको ये, right? First, wholly for private, actual expenditure of the employer you have to take. Okay, plus 10% of car cost of cars, that was 35,000, right? 3,50,000 into 10%. Okay, and here in actual expenditure, whatever is expenditure, this includes your chauffeur's expenditure. Okay, इसमें separately chauffeur नहीं लिखा है, but you have to always include chauffeur. यहाँ पे सिर्फ if only actual expenditure is written, whatever is paying for driver, that also you have to include. Okay, so वो जो all three amounts you have to add less amount recovered by the employee. Okay, so here this is taxable only for specified employee. If you do not have enough details to find out whether it's specified or not, just ये डाल देना है आपको, note assumption taken that the employee is a specified employee. Okay, just write this sentence in the end. So chalo, let's see now this. ठीक है, first one is office purpose, nil, correct? This nil value we know, right? For B, which is for private purpose, we are taking now. So all three things have to be added, correct? Clear? Depreciation 10%. Okay, maintenance cost 30,000, and this was salary was 12 threes are 36, correct? Add these three, we'll get a total of what? This one. Okay, amount charged by employee is given as 15,000 per annum. So just deduct 15,000, you will get this. Clear? Any doubt in this? So basically you just need to know the table very well in this. If you know the table, you will not go wrong. It will fit into one of those. Okay. Right. So next now is C, case C we have to go, right? Partly for both. Let us see what they are saying for partly for both in the table. Okay. This is our partly for both. So here see, amount is given specifically 1,800 per month. Okay, if amount is given specifically here, okay, then you have to take that only, right? If it is given as a deduction, like here it is employer's expenditure less this is taken. Okay, so this is one thing. Here directly, or they have given you this much amount you have to take. Okay, so you have to take that amount only. Okay, there is nothing you can do. So here again, what 2,400 will be applicable, and for driver 9,000 per 100, 9,000 per month. Okay, 9,000 into 12, 900 into 12. Okay, and this one 2,400 into 12. This is what you have to take. Nothing else you will take. And whenever this direct money is given, no, just in this case, you remember, there's no other case when directly this is given. This is one where direct calculation is given, right? So in this case, if any amount is received from the employee, you're taking anything from the employee, you will not take that. That has to be ignored in this case. Okay. And apart from this, it is there in one more case. Here, this case where see direct amount is there. Same rules will apply to this also. not for the rest. Okay, here also same rules. If any amount is recovered from the employee, don't take it. Amount recovered from the employee, don't take it. Clear? Okay, so case C, what you will do here, just take your, add both 2400 per month plus 900 per month. You can add it together, 3300 into 12, you will get the amount. Okay, and then here that's what they have said, that amount charged will not be subtracted here. Okay, so this will be directly your value of work visit. Okay, clear? So we'll do one thing, we'll continue with a couple of more problems on this, and we'll just go for a lunch break now. Fine. So let's see, it is 8:37. Okay. Let's say you can come back at 8:55. Okay. Back at 8:55, and we'll continue with this. Okay, so we'll continue. Next problem says Mr. Piyush has been provided with a car 1.5 liters. Okay, here we know that it is less than 1.6 liters. Okay, up to 1.6 liters. Okay, on this date, cost of the car to the employer, cost of the car to employer was 6 lakhs. Maintenance cost incurred by employer is 20,000. So here again, Mr. Piyush has been provided with a car. So car is employers. Okay. And maintenance cost is also incurred by employer. So it's again the second table, second part. Okay. Right. So we've got two parts of the table. One is car owned by employee, car owned by employer. Then we've got two sub parts of each table. Correct. Driver's salary is 4,000 per month. Okay, which is how much? 12 was a 48,000. Now here, so till here it is same as previous problem, correct? There's nothing new. Here there's one point. Car is 40% used for office and 60% for personal purpose. Okay, so we don't need to know this, whether it is 40% used for office or 60% used for personal purpose. Okay, right? You will require this only in the very first case, first table, second subpart, where you can take a higher amount as per employer's logbook. Correct? Higher, if employer has maintained details, you can take a higher amount. Okay. In that case, this can be useful. Okay. But for any other case, this will not be useful. This only tells you that it is used for both purpose, ऑफिशियल एंड पर्सनल पर्पस. ठीक है, ये सेंटेंस जो पिंक में अंडरलाइन किया हूं ये सिर्फ ये बता रहा है कि ऑफिस एंड पर्सनल पर्पस है. इसके परसेंट से अपने हमको कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ओके, चार्जेस पेड बाय एम्प्लॉय इज 5,000 पर एनम. ओके, PA. फाइंड द टैक्सेबल वैल्यू ऑफ वर्क विजिट. ओके, सो अगेन वही है जो पिछले बार किए थे, सेम थिंग वी हैव टू डू. So here it is this one. Okay, this is case 1, table part 1, 2 subparts. So here I was telling you that here you have or a higher amount as per records of the employer. Correct. So if they have given any details of records of the employer, it will be useful only for this table, nothing and no other table. Only for this part, that's all. Otherwise you will not use it. Okay, so here we are now doing car is owned or hired by the employer. Okay, and maintained by the employer also. So second table again, this one, right? So actually we'll see first one, private. Okay, it's not private. We know that it is used partly for both, correct? Right? So we came to know that it is used partly for both. Then directly we'll use this. It is less than up to 1.6 liters, correct? So 1800 plus 900 for driver. So 2700 per month will be the perquisite. Okay. Okay, sorry. So here dates have been given to us, correct? So we will have to use the dates here. Okay. We won't take it for entire 12 months. Okay. यहाँ पे date use करना पड़ेगा. So here first thing what we said, part of the month को you can ignore, correct? That's what we said. So 7 तक आप ignore कर सकते हो. 7 मतलब April, May, June, July. 4 months you can ignore, right? 12 minus 4, 8 months is what you have to charge as perquisite. Okay. So let's go here.
Hello.
Yes, Priyanka.
Sir, if it is the first day, then the whole month will be ignored or not?
If it is the,
If it is the day, there will be date in this question is 15 July. If there will be date on 1st July, then the whole month is, we will count or not count?
you won't count. Part of month. Okay. So even if it is,
Single day also we will not count that month. If there will be single day in the month, that month will be also not counted.
you won't count because it is a part of month. Okay. So if it's a part of month, you will not count that month. So whether it is 1 day or 29 days, both are same for us. Okay. Remove that month fully.
Okay, sir.
Okay. These are all basically based on statute. ठीक है, तो statutory है तो हम कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते इसमें. Okay, it's like we cannot use our logic at all here. So if part of month निकालना है बोला है तो आपको एक भी दिन क्यों ना आपको निकालना ही पड़ेगा. Okay, you have to take it out.
It means that when there will be part of the month, that will not count it.
No, it won't be counted. Okay, for example, like if I'll tell you an example here itself. If they would have given here 1/7, okay, still the solution of the problem would not have changed. Okay.
Yes.
So here what you will do is 1800 into 8, 900 into 8. Okay. And so add these two, you will get 21,600. And he paid 55,000. Will we take this? We will not take it. Okay, because we have used statutory values जिसमें हमने direct full value लिए हैं, उसमें हम amount paid by employee use नहीं करेंगे. Okay, we won't use amount paid by employee. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is Mr. Vikram, being a government employee, has a car 1.7 liters, ठीक है, used for office as well as personal purpose. Okay, so Mr. Vikram has a car बोला यहाँ पे, that means it is owned by employee, correct? Mr. Vikram has a car, so it is owned by employee. Okay. During the year, he incurred 40,000 on maintenance and 20,000 on driver's salary and reimbursed by employer. ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी जो है reimbursed, अगर employer directly incur कर रहा है और reimburse कर रहा है, both are same. Okay, whether it is reimbursed or employer is directly incurring, both are same. Okay, so this is 40,000 plus 20,000 is maintained, is incurred by the employer. Okay, so यानी ये क्या हो गया, owned by employee, incurred by employer. ठीक है, कार फैसिलिटी वगैरह में गवर्नमेंट हो जो भी हो, एवरीथिंग इज ऑन द सेम फुटिंग, तो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay, so now let us see car owned by employee, so very first case, and running and maintenance provided by employer. Okay, so let's see. Running and maintenance is 60,000. Okay, and office as well as personal purpose. So let's see. Okay, ये वाला हो गया, car owned by employee and maintained by employer. Okay, this one, and that too in this the middle one. Okay, car is used only for private purposes. इसमें क्या होगा, employers expenditure less amount recovered from employee. Okay, employers, yeah, employers expense minus amount recovered from employee. Okay, employers expenditure less amount recovered by employee. Okay, सॉरी, ठीक है, ये फिर से केस कौन सा था आपका, ये थर्ड केस, सॉरी, दिस इज, ये बीच वाला प्राइवेट हो गया ना, दिस ओनली फॉर प्राइवेट, सो दिस इज ऑफिशियल एंड प्राइवेट बोथ, ठीक है, ये वाला केस है हमारा। तो एम्प्लॉयर्स एक्सपेंडिचर, ठीक है, लेस विल हैव टू टेक वन ऑफ दिस, तो इसमें ये रहेगा व्हिच वन, 2400 इज व्हाट यू विल हैव टू यूज। ओके, और ड्राइवर इज प्रोवाइडेड, देन 900 per month. Okay, so driver is provided, so again you will have to take 900 per month, you cannot take this, okay, that will be deduction. So basically amount reimbursed, take it fully 60,000 less 2,400 plus 900, okay, into 12 you'll get this, so taxable amount will be this much. Okay, clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Wasim has car 1.5 liter used for office as well as personal. Okay, now Wasim has a car, so owned by employee. Okay, during the year, car is used 80% for business purpose, being certified by employer. Okay, इसमें हमने क्या बोले थे, if it is car is owned by employee and reimbursed by employer, ठीक है, then you can get an additional deduction if the employer is maintaining full details. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे he has maintained the details saying 80% is for business purpose. Okay, so during the year he incurred 50,000 on maintenance and running, reimbursed by employer. ठीक है, so 50,000 is the expense. Okay, find taxable perquisite if assessee wishes to claim higher deduction. If a proper logbook is maintained, is not maintained. ठीक है, so is maintained, then he has incurred 50,000. ठीक है, out of which 80% is for business purpose. Correct. So इसका जो है, he will get benefit of that. 80% of this means कितना, you will have 5, 8, about 40,000 is for business purpose and only 10,000 is for private purpose. Okay, so इसीलिए इस केस में he can claim a higher deduction and he can get 10,000. ठीक है, 10,000 will be his taxable value. 80% directly आप ले सकते हो. You can do this only in first case. ठीक है, and यहाँ पे जैसे बताया गया, if you wish to claim a हायर डिडक्शन, ठीक है, क्लियरली वर्ड्स यूज किया गया है, इफ एम्प्लॉय विशेस टू क्लेम हायर डिडक्शन। सो एज पर दिस, अगर आपने ये बेसिस यूज किए और आपका परक्विजिट वैल्यू is coming more, then you can always opt the previous basis, ठीक है, तो ऑप्शन है, okay, this is an option, you have this option only for that one, ठीक है, तो एक ही जगह है, ठीक है, this is the only case you have that option. Here, okay, the only case where you can use this, ठीक है, so basically करना क्या है, कुछ नहीं, अगर it's more than 1.6 liters, just take this, okay, and multiply by 12, deduct by the employer's expenditure, okay, and second case mein the way we have calculated there, use that directly, whichever is uh, better for you, that you can take, ठीक है, इसमें जो है एक ऑप्शन होता है, ओके, तो चलिए, तो ये है, so in this case ये नहीं ना, this is not this one, ठीक है, so here amount reimbursed is 50,000, ठीक है, और ये कितना है आपका, बेसिकली कार इज 1.5 liters, तो ये आपका कितना होता है, दिस 1800, करेक्ट, एंड देयर इज नो शॉफर, ठीक है, शॉफर ड्राइवर के बारे में कुछ डिटेल्स नहीं है आपको, दिस इनटू 12 इफ यू डू, ये आता है 21,600, करेक्ट, और इसमें मिल रहा है आपको 40,000, ओके, सो विल गो फॉर दैट, ओके, ठीक है, तो ये हो गया आपका ये वाला, अच्छा ठीक है, ये हो गया व्हेन लॉगबुक इज मेंटेन्ड, इफ लॉगबुक इज नॉट मेंटेन्ड देन यू डोंट हैव एनी चॉइस, ठीक है, जो मैंने अभी आपको करके बताया, सेम थिंग विल बिकम योर टैक्सेबल परक्विजिट, logbook is not maintained, okay, then it will become this much, you have to use this amount only, okay, ये हो गया आपका this one, then next जो है, Amit is provided with 2 cars to be used for official and personal work, ठीक है, 2 cars for official and personal work, following information is available from the employer's records for computing taxable value of perquisite, assuming car 1 is exclusively used for by Amit, ठीक है, so car 1 जो है इसमें he has been provided 2 cars, okay, has been provided 2 cars, car 1 is exclusively used, मतलब ये आपका ये पर्सनल पर्पस हो गया, ओके, दिस इज फॉर पर्सनल पर्पस, इसमें जो होता है ना, जब यू मैन यू गॉट मोर देन 1 कार्स, ठीक है, इफ यू हैव मोर देन 1 कार्स, लेट मी से वी हैव गॉट डिटेल्स ऑफ 4 कार्स, ठीक है, 4 कार्स का डिटेल्स दिया है आपको, ओके, बट इट इज नॉट क्लियर कि विच इज ऑफिशियल विच इज प्राइवेट, ठीक है, तो तब आप क्या कर सकते हो, यू कैन ऑलवेज ऑप्ट, ठीक है, ऑप्ट आप वही करोगे विच इज मोर बेनिफिशियल टू यू, करेक्ट, ठीक है, बट इफ इट इज गिवन इन द प्रॉब्लम क्लियरली कि जैसे ये कार 1 इज फॉर ऑफिशियल एंड प्राइवेट पर्पस, 2 to 4 आर फॉर होली फॉर प्राइवेट पर्पस, अगर दिया है तो देन यू कैन नॉट ऑप्ट, ठीक है, अब ऑप्ट तभी करोगे जब नहीं दिए, ओके, तो यहाँ पे प्रोवाइडेड विद 2 कार्स ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, ठीक है, सेकेंड केस में तो आ ही गया, राइट, नाउ लेट अस सी सेकेंड केस में वी हैव कम, ठीक है। सो अब सेकेंड केस में वी हैव कम मींस हायर डिडक्शन वाला पॉइंट तो चला ही गया, राइट। यू कैन नॉट क्लेम एनी हायर डिडक्शन एंड ऑल इन द सेकेंड पार्ट इफ इट इज ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर। सो चलिए देखते हैं, कॉस्ट ऑफ कार इज गिवन टू अस बोथ, ओके, एंड रनिंग एंड मेंटेनेंस बोन बाय कंपनी, ठीक है। सो बेसिकली ये कौन सा हो गया आपका, एक सबसे लास्ट वाला हो गया, सैलरी ऑफ ड्राइवर बोन बाय कंपनी, ठीक है। इसमें सो इट इज नाउ मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, ठीक है, ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर एंड मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, ये केस में आ गया, ठीक है। अब टू कार्स नाउ और परक्विजिट वैल्यू आप एक में ये लोगे और एक में आप ये लोगे, ओके। वन विल बी दिस, वन विल बी दिस, ओके। ये है ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर्स, ओके। सो बेसिकली ये रह गया आपका स्ट्रेट अवे, ठीक है। तो प्राइवेट वन के लिए क्या करेंगे, जस्ट ऐड ऑल द एक्सपेंडिचर, add 10% of the cost of car less amount recovered. I think there is no amount recovered, right, in this problem. Or second one में partly में you just have to take this straight away, okay. So car one के लिए अब क्या करोगे, just add all your expenditure 10% of car value, okay, ये हो गया 10% of car value, then maintenance and driver salary, take everything, ठीक है, just add कर दिए, you'll get this, ये हो गया कार वन, ठीक है, प्राइवेट वाला। सेकेंड वन, कार का सीसी वाज लेस देन 1.6 liters, correct, up to 1.6 liters, so you will take 1800, but driver you will take 900, okay, 2700 into 12, ये हो गया सेकेंड कार का, ठीक है। तो आपका ये वैल्यू आ जाएगा, ओके। ये हो गया ये वाला प्रॉब्लम। देन लास्ट है मेरे ख्याल से भी, ओके। इसमें मिस्टर विजय has been provided the following car facilities by his employer, ठीक है, so owned by employer, ये तो क्लियर हो गया, ओके। सेकेंड टेबल में we have come, 3 cars are there, ठीक है, owned by employer, fine, and used for this is office as well as personal purpose, ठीक है। So whatever data is given we will have to honor it, ठीक है। So used for office as well as personal purpose, कभी भी याद रखना, your opting power comes when data is not given fully, okay, otherwise use the data। car C is what, personal purpose, 3 कार है, but we all know that when he has more than 1 cars, only one you can treat it as office as personal purpose, okay. If it is not exclusively for office, only one you can treat, that means one among your this one and this one has to be private, so you will have to choose making which one private is more beneficial, ठीक है, okay, that you can opt now within this, दोनों में से एक को प्राइवेट बनाना है हमको, करेक्ट। सो दोनों में से किसको प्राइवेट बनाने से हमको ज्यादा फायदा है वो देखते हुए हम बनाएंगे, ओके। देन
सर ये प्राइवेट मींस क्या हुआ?
प्राइवेट मींस खुद के लिए यूज कर रहा है, सिर्फ अपने फैमिली के लिए, इज नॉट टेकिंग दैट कार टू ऑफिस वर्क एट ऑल, और ऑफिस एज वेल एज
It
पर्सनल
means for personal purpose.
पर्पस, करेक्ट, ओके। तो ये पर्सनल पर्पस एक है, अब ये दोनों में से एक वी विल हैव टू मेक इट फॉर पर्सनल पर्पस, ओके। कैन ऑल्सो बी गिवन एज प्राइवेट पर्पस भी वर्ड यूज हो सकता है. ओके, देन योर कॉस्ट ऑफ कार दिया गया हमको. ठीक है, दिस इज बेसिकली फॉर डिप्रिसिएशन. ओके, देन मेंटेनेंस एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर इसमें है, और जो लास्ट में इट इज इनकर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉई. ओके, दिस इज इनकर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉई. So this will come under that case, owned by employer and incurred by employee. ठीक है, so it will this will go in a different case. ठीक है, so this is 1.56 liters. Remember it is up to 1.5 liters. ठीक है, less than 1.5 नहीं, it is up to 1.5 liters. So it is either above 1.5 liters or up to 1.5 liters. That means उस हिसाब से ये दोनों will come under the same category. And 1.8 will go into the higher category. ओके, ठीक है. तो चलिए तभी ये देखेंगे. सबसे पहले हम जो प्राइवेट वाला है इसका तो अपने को मालूम ही है कि पक्का है, ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर एंड रनिंग एंड मेंटेनेंस बाय एम्प्लॉई. ओके, ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉय. ये टेबल बिल्कुल दिमाग में रहना चाहिए अपना. टेबल एक बार यू आर वेरी श्योर अबाउट योर टेबल, इसमें सिर्फ बस टेबल को हमको पुट करना है चीजें. ओके, देयर विल नॉट बी टू मेनी वेरिएशन. ओके, सो इसमें ये वाला आ रहा है हमको, मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉय प्राइवेट पर्पस 10% ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ कार और हायर चार्जेस प्लस सैलरी ऑफ ड्राइवर. ओके, ठीक है. यहाँ पे कोई सेपरेटली सैलरी ऑफ शॉफर नहीं है. चलिए, अच्छा यहाँ पे यू हैव बीन गिवन सम मोर डिटेल्स. ओके, फर्स्ट केस में जैसे हमने ये जो देखा है ना, इसमें इन द सेकेंड केस वी नीड टू नो वेदर ही इज स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉय और नॉट. ओके, ये जो सेकेंड केस है, कार इज ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर. ओके, इन दिस केस इज टैक्सेबल फॉर स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉयज ओनली. करेक्ट. फर्स्ट केस में हमको जरूरत नहीं. करेक्ट, फर्स्ट केस में you don't, it is taxable for all employees. So for the first point basically, which is will be doing this employer's expenditure less amount recovered by the employee. Okay, इसमें you don't need to know about whether it is specified employee or not. sorry ये तो हाँ ठीक है, ये वाला केस. हाँ ठीक है, if it falls in the first case then we do not need specified employee. Okay, if it falls in second case we need to know specified employee. तो चलिए, तो ये जो पॉइंट्स दिया है यहाँ पे, this is only to test specified employees. ये दो. So in both these cases we have to find separately. Mr. Vijay holds 17% equity share capital. 30% preference नहीं चलता. Okay, should be equity share capital only. Correct? ठीक है, 20% और more होना चाहिए. Okay, to be a specified employee. Wife का नहीं चलेगा. Okay, we don't consider relatives. Right, so in first case he is not a specified employee. ठीक है, so case 1 is not a specified employee. अगर if he is not, ये यहाँ पे specified employee अगर नहीं हो गया, यहाँ पे नहीं हो गया ना, करेक्ट, 17% होगा, so is not specified employee. तो क्या हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि जो सेकेंड टेबल है, सेकेंड टेबल में he will be exempt, there will be no charge of perquisite because it's only for specified employees. Correct? So the second table जो है, car is owned by employer, Here basically the car, in all these three cases car is owned by employer, इसलिए यहाँ पे वो exempt हो जाएगा पूरा. ठीक है, क्लियर है? कार, so he'll become fully exempt here in this case. Second में is holding 25%, so he is a specified employee and car is owned by the employer. ठीक है, अब हम इसका ये कंप्यूटेशन देखेंगे. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट ले लेते हैं पर्सनल पर्पस वाला. एक मिनट क्विकली मैं यहाँ लेके जाता हूँ. ये तो कार इज ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉई है. ठीक है, ये अपने काम का नहीं है. तो बेसिकली ये अपने काम का है सिर्फ. मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉई इज दिस 10% ऑफ एक्चुअल कॉस्ट ऑफ कार प्लस अदर चार्जेस. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे चलते हैं. तो पहले केस में नथिंग इज टैक्सेबल. ठीक है, क्लियर हो गया ना? फर्स्ट केस नथिंग विल बी टैक्सेबल. ओके, क्यों, मैं फिर से बताता हूँ आपको. ये हो गया आपका पहला टेबल था. ठीक है, this is taxable for all if you see here, but the second table where car is owned or hired by employer, iske both subparts is taxable only for specified employee. So if the employee himself is non-specified, then this facility becomes exempt for him. Okay, ठीक है, कहीं नहीं समझा तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हो. ठीक है, नाउ सेकेंड में चलो, अब सेकेंड वाला विल गो एज पर सेकेंड. नाउ इन सेकेंड केस ही इज टैक्सेबल. ओके, नाउ वी नो हियर दैट कार सी इज फॉर पर्सनल पर्पस. ठीक है, कार सी इज पर्सनल पर्पस, वो दिया है प्रॉब्लम, राइट? ए और बी के बीच में वी हैव टू चूज वन प्राइवेट. ओके, सो चलिए, तो इसमें पहले हम ये देखेंगे. दिस इज योर आंसर टेबल. फर्स्टली लेट्स सी कार सी. ठीक है, कार सी is fully for personal purpose. Okay, so it will be what, 10% of the cost of car, 2 lakh. Okay, so there is only cost of car or higher charges, there is no driver charges, nothing is given. ठीक है, करेक्ट, सिर्फ 10% of cost of car लगेगा इसमें, केस सी में. क्लियर? सी, दिस इज अवर केस सी. ठीक है, ये केस सी में क्या क्या बोला है यार? 10% ऑफ एक्चुअल कॉस्ट ऑफ कार और हायर चार्जेस. हायर तो है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. ओके, प्लस सैलरी ऑफ शॉफर, ये भी नहीं है. ओके, शॉफर इज ऑल्सो नॉट देयर, सो देन इट बिकम्स 10% ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ कार ओनली. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज 10% ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ कार. तो ये बात हो गई क्लियर हमारी. 20,000 केस सी में कार सी is 20,000 for both. Okay, option 1 also and option 2 also 20,000. ठीक है, now second इसमें बस क्या करेंगे हम, what we are going to do, इसमें you need to have one as both and one only for personal. इसमें कार ए को both का देखेंगे और इसमें कार ए को पर्सनल कर देंगे. ओके, इन अदर वर्ड इसमें कार बी विल बी पर्सनल, इसमें कार बी विल बी बोथ. ठीक है, सो विल सी, दोनों को करके देखते हैं, जो whichever is more advantages that we will take. ओके, ठीक है, तो चलिए, द फर्स्ट वन में क्या आएगा, से दिस इज फॉर बोथ पर्पस. ठीक है, बोथ पर्पस का देखते हैं. बोथ में व्हाट इज कार का, ये क्या है, दिस इज आई थिंक 1.8 लीटर्स है ना. कार वन इज वाज द हाईएस्ट वन. 1.8 लीटर्स. ठीक है, तो कार वन इज 1.8 लीटर. इसको अपन चलो चेक कर लेते हैं एक बार. टेबल बी, owned by employer, maintained by employee was maintaining what, only car C. करेक्ट, अब तो एम्प्लॉयर ही मेंटेन कर रहा है बाकी दोनों कार्स को, राइट? सो दिस, ये दोनों के लिए ये टेबल यूज होगा हमारा फॉर बोथ ऑफ इट. ओके, सो हियर फॉर बोथ, हियर अगेन क्या लेंगे, इट विल बी 2,400. करेक्ट, एंड देयर इज नो शॉफर इन दिस प्रॉब्लम. ओके, सो विच इज वाई ये हो जाएगा पर 2400 into 12 28,800 एंड देन इट विल दिस विल बिकम पर्सनल. सो कार भी अगर पर्सनल हो जाएगा तो व्हाट विल बी देयर 10% of cost of car plus charges. So car B, ठीक है, कार B अगर पर्सनल होता है दिस विल बी द वन. ठीक है, एक्चुअल एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर राइट प्लस कॉस्ट ऑफ कार हायर चार्जेस जो भी. ठीक है, वट एवर इज गिवन इन द प्रॉब्लम. यहाँ पे हमको क्या दिया है 60,000 दिया है करेक्ट. एंड दिस विल बी 10% ऑफ 5,50,000. 50,000 प्लस 60,000. ठीक है ना. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस विल बी 1,10,000. 50,000 प्लस 60,000. ठीक है, सेम चीज यहाँ पे करेंगे बस आप. ठीक है ना, कार ए को आप पर्सनल मान लोगे यहाँ पे इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस. जस्ट टेक हायर चार्जेस एज इट इज 10% ऑफ कार वैल्यू. ओके, दिस विल बिकम योर दिस विल बिकम 80,000 एंड कार बी विल बी बोथ हियर. ठीक है, सो कार बी नाउ ये यहाँ पे बाकी B and C were both less than 1,600 cc, correct? So you will take 1,800 into 12. ठीक है, तो आपका ये वैल्यू आ जाएगा. सब तीनों को जस्ट ऐड इट. ठीक है, एक बार घर में ट्राई कर लेना आप एक बार ये प्रॉब्लम. you have any doubt you can ask me. ठीक है, so now if you total all this this value is ये और second value is this. ठीक है, तो अभी टैक्स किस में आपको ज्यादा देना पड़ेगा वो आपको सोचना है. ठीक है, परक्विजिट वैल्यू मोर द परक्विजिट वैल्यू मोर विल बी द टैक्स करेक्ट. सो आपको यू हैव टू गो फॉर ऑप्शन 2. ओके, ठीक है, सो दिस कंप्लीट्स अवर कार फैसिलिटी. ठीक है, सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हो गए हमारे कार फैसिलिटी. नेक्स्ट इज वैल्यूएशन ऑफ परक्विजिट अदर देन मोटर कार. ये बहुत सिंपल है. once you have done motor car this is very simple. ठीक है, क्योंकि इसमें you don't have driver problem. other than motor car means basically you are talking about a two wheeler. ठीक है, आपका जीप हो गया, कार हो गया, everything or four wheelers come under the definition of motor car. So these are when we are saying not motor car means we are talking about two wheelers. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा. सो टू व्हीलर को तो आप खुद ही चलाओगे बेसिकली करेक्ट. there will be no question of driver, you will drive yourself. so इसमें सिर्फ there are only two conditions. ठीक है, owned by employer and maintained by employer and very very simple. उतना कुछ ये नहीं है इसमें. ठीक है, owned by employer, maintained by employer. ऑफिस के लिए again it will be nil. पर्सनल के लिए एक्चुअल मेंटेनेंस प्लस डेप्रिसिएशन है 10%. ठीक है, बस राइट. और देन लास्ट इज उसमें याद रखिए इन द अबाउट टेबल if the car was owned by employer it was taxable to for specified employees correct. car was owned by employer. Here also if it is owned by employer then only specified employer. same कुछ भी चेंज नहीं. okay, it just gets easy. both के लिए you will just say reasonable proportion of maintenance plus depreciation at 10% of original cost. ठीक है, reasonable proportion है वो दिया रहेगा आपको. they will tell you. there is no statute has not defined anything. So they have said reasonable proportion means you can take whatever is reasonable. ठीक है, that is the meaning of this. ये होगा maintenance plus depreciation at 10% of original cost. So owned by employer, maintained by employer. ठीक है, ये होगा. Second is owned by employee and maintained by employer. Only two conditions है इसमें बस. ठीक है, that means अगर if there is any other condition apart from this it is not taxable. ठीक है, taxability के लिए you have to only examine these two conditions. owned by employer but maintained by employee. ठीक है, so दे तो नीली रहेगा. this is actual maintenance. ओके, यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे एक्चुअल एक्सपेंडिचर लेस 900 पर मंथ. देयर इट वाज स्मॉल कार के लिए इट वाज 1,800 करेक्ट. तो उसका भी हाफ इसके लिए राइट 900 पर मंथ. ठीक है, और इसमें भी अगेन ये जो है आपका ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉय, मेंटेन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, ठीक है। इसमें हायर डिडक्शन इफ प्रिस्क्राइब्ड कंडीशंस आर फुलफिल्ड, वहां जैसे था ना, right, in the first table owned by employee, second part, okay, there you had this, right, higher sum as per log book, so that is there in this also, employee employer, बस इतना ही है, ठीक है। ये हो गया all employee के लिए, ये specified के लिए। You have no problem for this in the study material, which means problem is not important here, आपको just need to know, so इतना ही, otherwise इसका importance कम है, ठीक है। more important is car, ठीक है। 5 अलग अलग टाइप की प्रॉब्लम है आपके स्टडी मटेरियल में से कारण, ठीक है। तो बस ये इतना ही है इसका, ठीक है। तब आगे चलेंगे हम, राइट, विल गो अहेड। वैल्यूएशन ऑफ परक्विजिट्स फ्री डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट्स, ठीक है। ये बेसिकली डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट्स के लिए, ठीक है। सो अब हम नौकर जो रखते हैं डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट्स कैन बी अपॉइंटेड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, अपॉइंटेड बाय एम्प्लॉय, ठीक है। अपॉइंटेड बाय एम्प्लॉयर है तो ओनली स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉयज विल बी टैक्सेबल, नॉन स्पेसिफाइड विल नॉट बी टैक्स्ड, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे इफ इट इज अपॉइंटेड बाय एम्प्लॉय, ऑल एम्प्लॉयज विल बी टैक्सेबल। व्हाई, इसमें क्यों उल्टा हो जा रहा है ऊपर से, और डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट आप अगर खुद नौकर रख पा रहे हो, that means you are not very poor, basically that is the logic, okay। So if you are appointing a servant, then it is taxable for all employees. But if employer is giving a servant, you did not ask, is giving, okay, then that will be taxable only for specified. तो क्या चीज टैक्स होगा, what will be the taxable value, actual cost to the employer, ठीक है। whatever money employer is paying to the servant as salary, that will be your, ठीक है, perquisite value. And just remember one thing, for rent free accommodation, which we did, if for that he is providing with gardener, okay, then gardener's salary and maintenance cost of garden is not taxable, ठीक है, because that is included in that rent free accommodation part, ठीक है। So rent free accommodation के computation में वो आ जाता है, it comes in your computation of rent free accommodation within that. So if you are getting rent free accommodation owned by employer, obviously with gardener, ठीक है, देन गार्डनर सैलरी, मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट ऑफ गार्डन आपको डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट में अलग से लेने की जरूरत नहीं, ठीक है, दैट विल गेट कवर्ड इन दैट, ओके, ठीक है। ओके, देन reduce amount charged from employee, ये तो है ही हमेशा। domestic servant allowance is fully taxable, you know that। and reimbursement of servant salary by employer, reimbursement of servant salary by employer is taxable in the hands of all employees, ठीक है। क्यों reimbursement, क्योंकि ये हो गया ना, reimbursement मतलब क्या है, employee is keeping and employer is reimbursing, correct, that is taxable for all employees, here itself it is written, correct, okay। तो चलिए सब इसमें एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम देखेंगे, then I will give you another break। श्री भगवान has been provided with the following servants, ठीक है, ये है servants, okay। so one is ये watchman, ठीक है, cook, maid servant, sweeper, gardener, okay। so इसमें appointed by, पहले देखते थे, this is employer, okay। so let us see employee, employee's wife means employee, ठीक है, on behalf of employee हो गया, then treat it as employee, here it is appointed by employee, okay। so this is taxable for all these two, ठीक है। चलिए और आगे देखते हैं what else is given। he has been provided a rent-free accommodation which is owned by employer. ठीक है? Then and taxable value of servant facility if he is a specified and non-specified employee. Okay, if he's a specified employee, if he's a non-specified employee. ठीक है? So basically क्या होगा? सबसे पहले एक चीज है इसमें कि you have rent free accommodation. ठीक है? Rent free accommodation owned by employer and you have been given gardener. So gardener को अलग से टैक्स करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, सो गार्डनर इज निल फॉर बोथ फर्स्ट केस. ठीक है, फिर हमने देखे थे कि नेक्स्ट केस में कुक एंड स्वीपर. ठीक है, इट वाज टैक्सेबल फॉर ऑल. Here case 1 is specified, case B is non-specified. ठीक है, cook and sweeper was taxable for all. ठीक है, appointed by employee. So these two will be taxable for all. तो दोनों के लिए लिख देते हैं पहले. Whatever is taxable for all. Okay, whatever is underlined in red has been employed by the employee, so it is taxable for both specified and non-specified. Case A is specified and case B is non-specified. So that's why I first written 36,000 and 6,000 in both columns. ठीक है, अब मैंने अभी तक बस यही लिखा है मैंने. सबसे पहले तो मैंने ये लिख दिया, I've written this nil nil, because it was nil for both. Second step, what I took, I wrote cook and helper. Now whatever is remaining will be taxable only for specified employee. So watchman and maid servant will be taxable only for specified employee. ठीक है, इस तरह से बाकी it will be nil here, nil and nil. Fine, just add it all, you will get the taxable perquisite. ठीक है, this is how we'll have to solve this. Okay, so चलिए अभी एक ब्रेक लेंगे. Let us say 9:50 is okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we'll continue. Next is gas, electricity, or water facility. Okay. Okay. So gas, electricity, and water facility. Here you have to see facilities in whose name? Name of employee or employer. Okay. So in car, what did we see? When car was in the name of employer, taxable only for specified employees, correct? Same here, it will be taxable for specified employees. Otherwise for all employees. Okay. So now question is, what is the taxable value? So for this, you have to see two things. Facility from own sources. Okay. He is himself manufacturing electricity or whatever. Okay. So he's giving from his own sources. And second is from other agency. So it's just buying and giving. If it is own sources, then manufacturing cost to the employer. Otherwise, whatever price he is paying to such agency. Okay. Straightforward. Okay. Last is if any amount is recovered from the employee, you will deduct it, that we know. Okay. That's all about gas, electricity, and water. Don't need to remember this rule number and all that. Okay. You just need to know this part, how to treat it. Next is free education. Okay. So first thing is facility provided to employee in own or outside institution. Okay. Is exempt for free education. Facility provided to employee in own or outside institution is exempt. Okay. This is facility providing that he is providing directly to the employee, not his family, children and all, to the employee himself. Okay. ये सीधा एम्प्लॉय को दिया जा रहा है, खुद के इंस्टीट्यूशन में दिया जाए या बाहर के इंस्टीट्यूशन में दिया जाए, ठीक है, एग्जेम्प्ट होगा. ठीक है. So जो आउटसाइड का मतलब ये यहाँ पे आउटसाइड इंस्टीट्यूशन मींस एम्प्लॉयर हैज अ टाई अप विद अनदर इंस्टीट्यूट. ठीक है, जहां ऑल हिज एम्प्लॉयज गो टू दैट इंस्टीट्यूट. It should not be a special facility. Okay. It should be generally applicable to everyone. Okay. So this is the first thing. Then for facility provided to child. Okay. Facility provided to child in own institution, in outside institution. Again, outside institution, same meaning as this one. Employer has a tie-up with another institute and he's sending his employees to that institute. Okay. That is outside institution. So in both cases, taxable amount for child is cost in similar institution minus 1,000 per month. Okay, taxable amount per child. There is no limitation to number of children. Okay, so up to 1,000 is considered as exempt. For own institution, you have to see cost in similar institution minus 1,000 per month per child. And for outside facility institution also, you have to see cost in similar institution. Same cost in similar institution. Okay, so that you get a general cost. Okay, you don't know, you are not starting with a subsidized cost. So cost in similar institution minus 1,000 per month per child. Okay. And which type of employee is taxable? In both cases, specified employee is taxable. Non-specified is not taxable for education of child or own education. Okay. ठीक है. तो और अगर थर्ड वाला is if employee directly enrolls for education in own and outside institution for himself or child. Okay, where employee is directly taking admission. Okay, whether it is reimbursement or direct payment to the institution by employer, it is fully taxable for all employees. Okay, because if you are choosing your education, you're choosing your school, right, and then you should pay tax also, right? Okay, so यहाँ पे सब जो है, it is like employer का scheme based on many, there are many employers whose say employees and all, especially lower level employees, for them some school or something is free. Okay, he has a tie up with them, so that is different. And here, if you want to if you are paying very high fee, you have taken admission yourself, paying very high fee, then there's no need for exemption from taxation, isn't it? So that's why if directly enrolls for education employee, then it is fully taxable. ठीक है, यहाँ पे बस दो ही चीज याद रखना, एक तो है सेल्फ एजुकेशन, his education in own or outside institution, okay, is exempt. For child, okay, this is exempt for everyone, specified, non-specified. For child, taxable amount is cost in similar institution minus 1,000 per month. Okay, this is taxable only for specified employee, right? Outside institution means employer has a tie-up with another institute, okay, for a general scheme. Okay, so this is ये यहाँ पे child definition is same which we have seen earlier, includes adopted child, stepchild, but not grandchild, illegitimate child. Reduce amount charged from the employee, that we always do. So next is contribution to educational trust for children of a particular age group of employees, it is exempt from tax. ठीक है, ये हो गया education facility. We have completed here education facility. Next, perquisite for free transport. Okay, free transport. If employer is in transportation business, okay, then perquisite value will be amount charged from public. ठीक है, amount, suppose a transporter is running some bus or something, okay, so your perquisite value will be amount charged from public, whatever is the ticket value, okay, and it is taxable only for specified employees. Why? Because if your employer is in transportation business, then some lower employees must get some benefit, correct? And in other case, that is, he is not in transportation business, then perquisite value will be cost to employer, okay, and it is taxable for all employees, okay. Or railways and airlines are not taxable, as most of you would be knowing, right? Pass and all railway people get, right? So railways and airlines is not taxable, okay. So you'll reduce amount charged from employee, that is a common sentence, okay. Next is interest free or concession, interest free loan or concessional rate of interest, ठीक है. So इसमें फर्स्ट चीज है loan up to 20,000, then interest is exempt, okay. If loan is up to 20,000, then interest is exempt. It's more than 20,000, interest on total amount, okay. If you have taken loan of 30,000, okay, then it doesn't mean up to 20,000 is exempt. Loan, your total interest will be taxable, okay, on the entire 30,000, right? Rate of interest on first day of previous year charged by SBI for similar loans. Similar loans means it can be housing loan, it can be personal loan, right? Whatever is the category of your loan. So first day of previous year में जो SBI का rate of interest है, that is the base to see whether you are paying more interest or less interest, ठीक है. The next is concessional interest, is if SBI rate says 10% on the first day of previous year, and interest charged by employer is 4%, that means benefit is 6%. Okay, that 6% interest will be your taxable amount perquisite. If employer is charging more than 10%, then he is not giving you any advantage, correct? And there is no question of perquisite. Okay. Then अच्छा, interest is calculated on maximum outstanding monthly balance. ठीक है, which outstanding balance on the last day of each month. ठीक है, ये कुछ नहीं है, ये बस एक जनरल चीज. why maximum outstanding monthly balance is used is कि if you have repaid something in the middle of the year, ठीक है, आपने अगर say suppose we are talking about a year, okay, let's say we are talking about 1st Jan to 31st December. ठीक है, okay, if your principal is 1 lakh, okay, so now on 30th of June you have repaid 50,000, let us say, okay, you have repaid 50,000, right? Then for till 30th of June your interest should be calculated on 1 lakh, correct? And after that for the next 6 months it should be calculated on 50,000, correct? ठीक है, ये करते हैं ना, इसी को बोलते हैं maximum outstanding monthly balance. This is what is maximum outstanding monthly balance. For the first 6 months you calculate it either monthly, first 6 months में you calculate it monthly on 1 lakh, okay, or you calculate it together for the take the yearly interest, multiply by 6 by 12, you will get the same value, correct? So that's why monthly outstanding balance, that term is used to make sure that if any repayment has happened, okay, then you are not paying interest on the higher value. बस वही मतलब है और कुछ. Okay. So loan for medical treatment for diseases specified under Rule 3A. ठीक है, ये सब जो बड़े diseases होते हैं आपके. Okay, so for this, for medical treatment, if you are taking for this kind of disease, already there is lot of you are already under lots of expenses in this, okay, and you've taken a loan and then again why to pay interest on that, right? That's not good. So interest is exempt to employee or member of his household. Okay, interest for medical treatment for diseases specified in Rule 3A. Okay, these are big diseases, okay, which is very expensive to treat, right? अच्छा, exclude if reimbursed by insurance company. ठीक है, if insurance company is repaying some part, then that is not your expense at all, correct? So what will be exempt? Only that part of the loan which you have to repay, not the one which you don't have to repay. ठीक है, इसलिए if reimbursed by insurance company, it is exempt. You have to exclude. ठीक है, then that interest, that part of interest will not be exempt. ठीक है, मतलब उसको कंसिडर नहीं किया जाएगा वो इंटरेस्ट. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि कि why this is so, because you have computed 12 months interest. 12-month interest is, let us say, 1 lakh. 12 months interest is 1 lakh, okay, but half of the amount you have got from insurance company. ठीक है, so that means actually your real interest expense is now 50,000. okay, so if you take exemption of whole 1 lakh, okay, then it's not proper, right? You take exemption of only 50,000, isn't it? ठीक है, तो वो बोल रहा है और कुछ. Exclude if reimbursed by insurance company. Okay, next is traveling, touring, holiday home expenditure वगैरह on holiday. ठीक है, this traveling, touring, holiday home expenditure, that in some companies you can go to resorts and all that, holiday homes. ठीक है, so it is taxable for all employees. ठीक है, क्यों taxable for all employees? क्योंकि smaller employees will not get these things. This is a higher perk. So whether it is paid directly or reimbursed by employer, still taxable for all employees. Okay, if facility is maintained by employer, okay, he is maintaining it, but not for all employees. If for all employees, then it becomes exempt, correct? It is generally given to everyone. There's nothing special about it. But not for all employees means perquisite value will be notional cost. Otherwise, cost to the employer. Okay. In other cases, whatever is employer's expense, that will be taxable. अच्छा, इसमें एक special point है. This is one special point. If you are on an official tour, ठीक है, you are an official tour, and see, when you go for tour, it's like quite natural that you will see some spots here and there, correct? वो तो natural है. So if incurred for himself, then it is exempt. ठीक है, because अभी जैसे 10 days का टूर है, ठीक है, आसपास कुछ जगह है, जब जब टाइम मिलेगा लोग तो जाएंगे घूमने, करेक्ट? So that is but natural. Okay, so it is exempt for employee. But if some of your family members are with you, that is taxable. Okay, this is during tour. This is during tour. आफ्टर टूर कभी कभी टूर होता है, उसके बाद हम वेकेशन प्लान कर लेते हैं, चले जाते हैं, दैट इज टैक्सेबल फॉर बोथ. ठीक है, if after tour you are going for some vacation, it is taxable for all. ठीक है, चलिए ये यहाँ एलटीसी की बात नहीं कर रहे, एलटीसी इज डिफरेंट. ठीक है, लीव ट्रेवल कंसेशन इज डिफरेंट. ठीक है, वो बाद में आएगा. राइट, so next is valuation of perquisites in respect of free meals. ठीक है, so it is taxable for all employees, but there are some limitations. Free meals, ठीक है, so ये limitations क्या क्या है देखेंगे. Okay, one is tea, snacks, non-alcoholic drinks. ठीक है, it is nil. ठीक है, इसका कोई taxability नहीं. Okay, so next is free meal in office hours. Free meals in office hours. ठीक है, अगर if it is remote offshore area, then nil. Okay, लेकिन normal places में if given in business premises or through paid non-transferable vouchers. Okay, many employees gets vouchers and using that they can have meals in business premises. Okay, so these two are meals in business premises. Okay, so यहाँ पे जो है ना, your exempt value is 50 per meal. ठीक है, so taxable is value per meal less 50. Above 50, whatever is there, it is taxable. Up to 50 is not taxable. ठीक है, ओके. एंड इन अदर केसेस, यानी इसके अलावा कोई केस रहा, सो एक्सपेंडिचर टू एम्प्लॉयर लेस अमाउंट चार्ज फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉय, दैट इज लिटरली फुल्ली टैक्सेबल इन अदर केसेस. ठीक है, इट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल. ठीक है, क्लियर? यानी इफ आफ्टर ऑफिस आवर्स फॉर ईटिंग समथिंग इज एम्प्लॉयर इज पेइंग, दैट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल. ओके, और यहाँ रिमोट एरिया तो हमने पहले ही देखे थे, एरिया लोकेटेड एटलीस्ट 40 किलोमीटर अवे फ्रॉम अ टाउन विद पॉपुलेशन अप टू 20,000. ठीक है, सेम इज फॉर रिमोट एरिया. ओके, अब नेक्स्ट एक पॉइंट करेंगे, फिर से एक छोटा सा ब्रेक देता हूं, मैं दूंगा मैं इसके बाद. ओके, नाउ दिस इज गिफ्ट वाउचर और टोकन गिवन बाय एम्प्लॉयर्स. ठीक है, दिस इज अबाउट गिफ्ट गिवन या गिफ्ट वाउचर, something like that. ठीक है, to employee or member of his household, exempt up to 5,000 in aggregate. ठीक है, up to 5,000 is aggregate. यहाँ पे जो है, if value of gift is greater than 5,000, then amount in excess of 5,000 is taxable. Okay, no exemption if gift is in cash or convertible into money. ठीक, कैश गिफ्ट का कोई नो एग्जेम्पशन. तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली ये है कि इसमें इफ योर गिफ्ट इज ऑफ 20,000 गिफ्ट दिया गया है, देन टैक्सेबल वैल्यू विल बी 15,000. ठीक है, ओके, इसके एक्चुअली इस पर्टिकुलर
20,000 will be in cash or in kind.
काइंड.
Okay.
ठीक है, 20,000 कैश इज fully taxable. Cash में आपको ये 5,000 all nothing is there, full thing taxable. Okay. So here ये जो 5,000 है, but इसके दो provisions है, ठीक है. So sometimes there are certain things where views taken by your CA institute and CMA institute differ. This is one of those. ठीक है. तो इसमें जो है हम लोग बोलते हैं कि greater than 50,000, if value of gift is greater than 50,000, then amount in excess is taxable. ठीक है. But if you see the provision closely, वो काफी clear है कि मतलब अगर मान लीजिए किसी को आप भी अगर सोच के देखेंगे, सपोज कोई किसी को नेकलेस दे रहा है, 5 लाख का नेकलेस गिफ्ट दे रहा है, ठीक है. 5 लाख, 5 lakhs necklace is being gifted. Okay, then why should the income tax department give him a deduction of 5,000? Tell me, it doesn't make any sense, correct? So which means that if it is ये भी provision ऐसे ही होना चाहिए जैसे हमने which we have seen for interest, that if it is more than 5,000, whole thing will be taxable and you are getting a big gift. No, a small man will not get a big gift that way. ठीक है. So if you are getting such a big gift, why do you need a deduction of 5,000, correct? But चलो क्या है logic को तो छोड़िए. But even if you see the real provision, the way the provision is written, it is very clear that it is not meant that if the value is more than 5,000, ठीक है, still you should give a deduction of 5,000. वो उसका thought नहीं है actually, ठीक है. But this is the view which we are taking इस केस में, ठीक है. जो सीए इंस्टीट्यूट का व्यू है, दैट इज करेक्ट इन दिस रिगार्ड. सो बट हमारे लिए हम वी विल फॉलो दिस व्हाट एवर इज देयर इन द स्टडी मटेरियल, ठीक है. सो नाउ इसमें देयर इज चलिए इसका एक एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं. ओके, डिटरमाइन टैक्सेबल परक्विजिट्स इन द फॉलोइंग केसेस. Miss Shraddha received a wrist watch of 3,000 and a golden chain of 12,000, both in the previous year. ठीक है. So here what you should do, add all the gifts of the previous year. ठीक है. 3,000 plus 12,000 is 15,000. ठीक है. माइनस करना है हमको कितना, 5,000. So taxable value will be 10,000. ठीक है. Okay, so taxable value will be 10,000 इस केस में. Okay. Then second is Miss Rakhi received 11,000 cash gift, fully taxable. Okay, fully taxable. Anuruddha is working with one company during the year. The employer firm gifted a diamond ring worth 80,000 to wife of Mrs. Anirudh. ठीक है. इसी में एग्जांपल देख ली, 80,000 का गिफ्ट मिल रहा है, then why should we give the income tax department give a deduction of 5,000, correct? तो चलिए, so यहाँ पे what will be the taxable value? 75,000. Okay, ठीक है, क्लियर. नेक्स्ट इज क्रेडिट कार्ड. एक ब्रेक लेते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है. कम बैक एट 10:20. ठीक है. टेल मी व्हेन वी आर टू टायर्ड, टेल मी. ओके, बाद में कंटिन्यू कर सकते. Okay, welcome back. Next is credit card. Okay, credit card is given wholly for official purposes. Okay, and some specified conditions are fulfilled. Specified conditions is again complete details are there about it. Okay, then it is nil. Wholly for office is nil. Okay, now second thing is expenses including membership fees is one-time fees and annual fees are incurred by employee or member of his household and charged to a credit card. Okay, add-on card is some card which is added to the credit card. Okay, some features and certain things which are added, that's called add-on card, just increases the credit. Okay, credit limit and all that, provided by the employer or paid or reimbursed later. तो यहाँ पे एक चीज क्लियर है कि whether charged directly to a credit card or paid or reimbursed later, both are in the same footing, taxable for all employees. Okay, if you have the entitlement of using a credit card, then it is taxable. Okay, so if directly paid by the employer or reimbursed, value taxable is amount paid minus amount charged by employee. Okay, so basically the whole amount is taxable basically, right? और यहाँ पे जो हमने बोले specified conditions, meaning is complete details of expenditure is maintained. ठीक है, like date, nature of expenditure, right? An employer gives certificate stating that it was incurred for official duty. In other words, if it is not for official purpose, credit card is not for official purpose, it is taxable. ठीक है. Then next is club expenditure. ठीक है. Club facility, official purpose. That is many times guests and all come, to take them to entertain them to club. That is official purpose. That is nil. Health club sports facility are provided uniformly to the employees. Okay, again, everyone gets it, nil. Then, okay, he has obtained corporate membership of the club. Employer has obtained corporate membership of the club. It is used by employee member of his household. Corporate membership of a club he has obtained, and that is being used by employee member of household. Amount incurred by employer is taxable for all employees. Okay, an initial fee which is paying for getting membership, initial membership fee, that is exempt, but the regular charge of using the club, that is fully taxable. Okay, remember that club facility is given to little higher up employees only. Okay, so which is why it is taxable normally. So very few at health so facilities which are provided uniformly to all employees in the nature of club is very rare. Okay, because it is costly. Okay, so otherwise you can just say office purpose ke liye nil, otherwise it is taxable. Okay, this is what you can in general say. But if provided uniformly to other employees, okay, things like not really a club but a health club, यानी gym समझ लीजिए, gym kind of thing or something, that is nil. That is common. Gym, health club is common. Okay. And sports facility means there is some TT and all, right? Some certain things are there for everyone. So that is all other thing. But club expenditure is little different than that actually. Okay. It's little higher end. ओके, तो ये है क्लब फैसिलिटी के, इसको सब शॉर्ट में याद रखना है अपने को, नहीं तो पूरा नहीं होगा इसमें. बस कैसे क्लब फैसिलिटी, कैसे ऑफिस पर्पस निल. ओके, प्रोवाइडेड यूनिफॉर्मली nil. ओके, जस्ट यहाँ पे इसको आप यू कैन इवन से अदर केसेस, ठीक है। अमाउंट इनकर्ड इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल, इनिशियल फी इज एग्जेम्प्ट, बस ये यही मेन काम का है इसका। ओके, if for payment or reimbursement by employer including periodical fee of the club expense by the employee member of his household, ठीक है। यूज ऑफ क्लब है बेसिकली, दिस यूज ऑफ क्लब डायरेक्टली पेड बाय द एम्प्लॉयर, ठीक है। अमाउंट इनकर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर माइनस अमाउंट चार्ज्ड, ठीक है। डायरेक्टली इफ ही हैज पेड, ओके, देन अमाउंट इनकर्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, माइनस नहीं है, सॉरी ये माइनस नहीं है, चेंज इट, ठीक है, कंफ्यूजिंग हो रहा है, राइट। तो यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली पेड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, ठीक है, so then amount incurred by employer, okay, is taxable. और ये बोल रहे हैं आई थिंक अमाउंट चार्ज, ओके ठीक है, इसमें स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड ही रहेगा। ओके, सो डायरेक्टली पेड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, देन अमाउंट इनकर्ड ये रहेगा, और इन दिस केस if something is paid by the employee, okay, then you can deduct that minus amount paid, ठीक है, if something is paid, otherwise reimbursed by the employer, ठीक है। रिम्बर्स वही करेगा ना, जो खर्चा हुआ है वही रिम्बर्स करेगा, इट विल बी फुल्ली टैक्सेबल एनीवेज, ठीक है। तो हियर आल्सो इट विल बी फुल्ली टैक्सेबल व्हाटएवर इज डायरेक्टली पेड। सो जितना अमाउंट ओरिजिनली एम्प्लॉयर ने दिया है, ओके, व्हिच इज बीइंग पेड फॉर द यूज ऑफ क्लब, दैट पार्ट विल बी टैक्सेबल, कुछ भी बोला कैसे भी, ठीक है। ओके, ये सब ऑफिशियल इसके लिए you have to maintain all details, ठीक है। an employer must give a certificate, that's all. Okay, next is well use of movable assets, ठीक है। यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं यूज ऑफ मूवेबल assets, ठीक है, अदर देन assets for which provisions have been made. So provision, एक बार once you make provisions for any asset, वो asset is supposed to be fully discarded, depreciate हो गया माना जाता है, ठीक है। So that's why यहाँ पे so if full provisions have been made and then given, it is treated like scrapping, ठीक है, तब कुछ भी chargeable नहीं होता है if provisions have been made, ठीक है। So this is if employee member of his household uses any movable asset belonging to the employer, ठीक है, it is taxable for all employees, but इसके थोड़े conditions है, okay। What amount will be taxable? This is ये बात है कि यहाँ it is only use of movable assets, okay, he is not selling it, remember that, okay। So here owned by employer, value of perquisite, owned by employer, 10% of original cost, okay। Hired means actual hire charges, ठीक है। And use of computer laptop is exempted perquisite, use of computer laptop पहले भी देखे हमने, right। And movable asset does not include car, because car के लिए there are separate provisions, right, so it does not include car, okay। So ये हो गया आपका यूज ऑफ मूवेबल एसेट्स, ये याद रखना कि ओन्ड बाय एम्प्लॉयर मींस 10% ऑफ ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट, हायर्ड मींस एक्चुअल हायर चार्जेस, बस दैट्स ऑल, ठीक है। बस ये याद रखना, इसमें भी आपको है ना, यू कैन जस्ट रिमूव दिस पार्ट, बस ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है, दैट्स ऑल। इतना ही है इसमें। ओके, और so this one, this is an interesting thing, movable assets sold by employer, ठीक है। तो इसमें जो है, if sale price is less than WDV, ठीक है, तो यानी यहाँ पे ऊपर क्या देखे थे हमने, इट वाज यूज्ड, ठीक है, और यूज दिया था उसने, यार इज सेलिंग इट। ओके, सो इफ सेल प्राइस इज लेस देन WDV, ठीक है, डिफरेंस इज परक्विजिट, यानी अगर आज today his written down value is 50,000, okay, is giving you for 30,000, this 20,000 is your perquisite, correct, advantage to you, correct. So this is what we are trying to compute here. Okay, so यहाँ पे इसके लिए you divide it into 3 types of assets. One is electronic items, okay, which is 50% on reducing balance method. ठीक है, I am sure you know what is reducing balance and straight line method, correct. So type of asset, electronic items, 50% is the depreciation on reducing balance method. If you are selling motor car, he is selling you motor car, then it is 20% on reducing balance. Other items, okay, other items is 10% on straight line method, remember this, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे electronic items is includes data storage, handling devices like computer, digital diaries, printers वगैरह, ठीक है, all your data handling devices जो भी है ना आपका laptop, computer, all these kind of things, that comes under electronic items here. Okay, and household appliances like washing machine, microwave, mixers, it will come in the last category, any other, ठीक है, okay, it will come in the last category. तो इसके हम problems करेंगे, it will be interesting, these problems कैसे, चलिए इसका परक्विजिट का फॉर्मेट देखते हैं। ओके, ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट टू द एम्प्लॉयर, ओके, ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट टू द एम्प्लॉयर ऑफ दैट एसेट लेस accumulated depreciation for each completed year when it is used by the employer, ठीक है, so you have to depreciate it fully for each completed year, ठीक है, यहाँ पे पार्ट ऑफ ईयर को आपको छोड़ना पड़ता है यहाँ पे भी। ओके, अगेन यहाँ भी आपको, जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ पार्ट ऑफ ईयर को छोड़ना है, यानी 11 month 29 days you have to leave, ठीक है। सो ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट लेस accumulated depreciation, how to compute we'll see in the examples, एकदम क्लियर हो जाएगा। ओके, you will get written down value, ठीक है। अब ये है आपका written down value perquisite calculation के लिए, this is the main thing. Now see whatever is amount charged, if amount charged is less, then you will have a positive value here, difference will be positive, that will be your perquisite value, ठीक है, no depreciation for part of the year। ठीक है, तब इसके जो ये है इसका एग्जाम्पल, आई विल टेक यू टू द स्टडी मटेरियल फॉर दैट, ठीक है, इसके एग्जाम्पल्स मैं यहाँ लिख दूंगा, देयर इन स्टडी मटेरियल। ओके, आई हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन इट, एक मिनट, illustration 29, ठीक है, दिस आई एम शोइंग यू फ्रॉम स्टडी मटेरियल। Okay, so here X Limited has sold the following assets to Amit, compute taxable perquisite, ठीक है, एक एक करके देखेंगे पहले। कंप्यूटर, डेट ऑफ परचेज इज 1/7/2018, डेट ऑफ सेल, so who has purchased and who has sold, the employer to employee, he purchased earlier, now he is selling to employee। Okay, so date of purchase, date of sale is 18/8/2021, ठीक है, so of course this will fall in our previous year, ठीक है, and the sale price is given, purchase value is also given, sales price। so ये प्रॉब्लम से हमको करना क्या है, You have to pick the purchase value, just depreciate it from 2018 onwards till the date of sale. Okay, then you will get WDV. Okay, so that WDV minus this sale price, that will be your perquisite value. ठीक है, तो इसमें ऐसा नहीं होगा, इसमें आपको फुल ईयर जो है ना, for the purpose of this section, it is not like that. Yes, purchased on 1/7/2018. So what normally you would think that first year depreciation will be up to 31/3/2019. ठीक है, ऐसे ये सोचेंगे आप, करेक्ट? First year of depreciation will be from 1/7/2018 to 31/3/2019, है ना, करेक्ट? बट इट इज नॉट दैट वे. ओके, यहाँ पे आपको यहां से लेके 1 ईयर फुल लेना है, दैट इज 1/7/2018 to 36/2018. okay, just 1 day before 1/7/2019. take just one day before, that will be your 1 year. That's how you have to take, and in the end you will come to a date where till the date of sale, that is 18/8/2020, will not be one full year, that you will leave. ठीक है, मैं बताता हूँ, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. ओके, so let's see, we'll start 2,02,01,7/2018. okay, let's start from here. ठीक है, so purchase value is what? 2 lakhs. Done. Depreciation from 1/7/2018 to 36/2019. ठीक है, अच्छा परसेंटेज की बात मैं करना भूल ही गया. ओके, इट इज कंप्यूटर. ओके, दिस वाज कंप्यूटर, सो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स 50% on written down value. okay, right? So 1/7/2018 to 36/2019 at 50% is 1 lakh. Stop me if you have any doubt. And so depreciation WDV on 1/7/2019 इस डेट के एक दिन बाद, depreciation on 1/7/2019 is 1 lakh. okay, reducing balance है, so again depreciation from 1/7/2019 to 36/2020 will be 50% of this, so it will become, again it will become 50,000. ठीक है, then WDV on 1/7/2020 will be 50,000. ठीक है, 1/7 is 1 day after this date. okay, then again less करते जाना है इसको till you reach the place where your sale of date of sale is less than 1 year from the depreciation date. ठीक है, till there we have to go. But till 36/2021 this is 25,000. okay, so now WDV on 1/7/2021 is 25,000. ठीक है, यहां तक आ गए. Now date of sale is 18/8/2021. From 1/7/2021 to 18/8/2021 is not a complete year now. ठीक है, तो इसलिए इसको छोड़ देंगे, nil. So now WDV on the date of sale is 25,000. ये निकल गया. ठीक है, now this we will compare with the sale value. 20,000 में बेचा उसने मेरे ख्याल से, right? 20,000 means 5 years is your 5 is, ठीक है, 20 ये हो गया 25,000, करेक्ट? तो ऊपर चलेंगे, यहाँ पे इज द स्टेटमेंट. ठीक है, so this is the statement basically. Computer 25,000, 20,000 is the sale value, taxable value is 5,000. ठीक है, so next is car. okay, यहाँ पे I wanted to show you that. ये ठीक है, see electronic items is 50%, motor car is 20%, both are on reducing balance method. okay, and other than this is 10% on straight line method. okay, सो चलिए तो आगे देखते हैं. So what is second one? Car 1/4/2019 sale date देख लेते हैं. 1/3/2022 is the sale date. Okay. So we'll take 1/4/2019 and let's start depreciating it. 3 lakhs. Purchase value is 3 lakhs. 1/4/2019 to 31/3/2020, 20%, 6 lakhs. Okay. Then WDV on 1/4/2020 is 2,40,000. Next is depreciation till 31/3/2021. 20% of 2,40,000 will give you 48,000. Okay. So let's say WDV on 1/4/2021 is 1,92,000. So after this, if you see 1/4/2021 to 1/3/2022 was the sale date, correct? It is not a complete here. ठीक है, ये देखिए मार्च में आ गया, it's almost in March, but still it is not a complete year. So leave it nil. WDV on the date of sale is 1,92,000. ठीक है, now we'll compare this 1,92,000 with the amount of sale. So going up. ठीक है, in this case 1,92,000 minus 50,000 is the sale value. So perquisite is 142. Clear? अभी टेलीविजन हो गया, ये लास्ट केस में आ गया. ठीक है, टेलीविजन इज इन लास्ट केस. ओके, सो हियर 1 minute, let's just see. Television, third one, this 1/4/2016 and purchase value is 50,000, sale price is 2,000. Okay, so 1/4/2016 onwards. Here. Okay, so purchase value is 50,000. This is not written down value, right? Straight line value method at 10%. So you know the 10% of 50,000 is 5,000. Okay. So how many years you want? You can directly multiply by 5,000. Okay. So 1/4/2016 to 31/3/2021. Okay, because it has been sold in on 1/4/2021. Correct. So till 31/3/2021, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 years, you know, 5 5s are 25,000. Straight away you can write 25,000 for straight line method. Okay. So then it becomes WDV is 25,000. To compare it with okay, 2,000 is the sale value. So that's why advantage is how much? 23,000. Okay. Now, last one is sofa set. See, this is an interesting case. Just count. If you count from 1/4/2006 to 1/7/2021, ठीक है, तो ये आपको रफली बोल रहा हूं मैं, एग्जैक्टली नहीं, 14 इयर्स के ऊपर आए गए या इवन 15 इयर्स के ऊपर आए गए. ठीक है, 7 8 9 10 then 20 21, it will be over 15 years. Okay, this is over 15 years. And here what we do is after 10 years is assume that it is fully depreciated. Okay, after 10 years you will assume that it is fully depreciated. Why? Because depreciation percent is 10% and it is straight line method. Correct. Straight line method 10% means you do it for 10 years, the whole value is gone in 10 years. ठीक है, in case ये सिर्फ बात कर रहे हैं हम it is for the third set of items, that is electronic items, motor car. उसके बाद में जो residuary जो है ना, what we are doing in straight line method, for that I am saying in 10 years it will get depreciated fully, so that it would be considered that the value is 0. Okay, that's why the value will be considered as 0, and if it is 0 value now, okay, and he has sold for 5,000. Okay, correct. So although he has sold it for 5,000, okay, employer has sold it for 5,000, we will consider that the employee has got a 0 value thing. If he has got a 0 value thing, then taxable perquisite will be 0. Okay, irrespective of the price paid. Okay. So this completes this problem. Okay. I've written this, do from study material, refer video for explanation. Okay. Okay. Next is medical facility. Okay, medical facility provided to employee or family member is very straightforward. Employee or family member in a hospital, clinic, dispensary or nursing home maintained by the employer, fully exempted. Okay, so if facility is provided in a nursing home maintained by the employer, okay, that is fully exempted. And reimbursement of medical bill of employee family in hospital maintained by government, local authority or hospital approved by the government for its employee. Okay, in both cases, for its employment, for government employee. Okay, it is fully exempted in both cases. Okay, and then you have payment reimbursement by employer of medical expenses incurred by employee. So here employee has incurred expenses and there is a reimbursement, okay, by employer on himself, his family in a hospital approved by CCIT. Okay, CCIT is Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. Okay, CIT is Commissioner of Income Tax. CCIT is Chief Commissioner of Income Tax for prescribed diseases like cancer, TB, AIDS, etc. Okay, so it is fully exempted. Any payment or reimbursement done for these diseases is fully exempted. Okay, but employee must attach with return of income certificate from the hospital, approved hospital, specifying the prescribed disease for which hospitalization was received and a receipt of the amount paid to the hospital. Okay, this is amount paid or reimbursed for some major diseases. Okay, prescribed diseases. Okay, it is fully exempted. And what else is exempt? Reimbursement of medical bill. Okay, if treatment is done in a hospital maintained by government or local authority, government hospital you are getting treated, can that bill, if employer is reimbursing, it is exempted. Or second is hospital approved by the government for its employees. For certain facilities, when government hospital doesn't have, it approves some other hospital. In that case also it is fully exempted. Okay, and of course, if hospital itself is owned by employer, it will be exempted. Okay, there's no question about that. Group medical insurance obtained by employer for employees. Mediclaim insurance is fully exempted. And reimbursement of insurance premium paid by employee, okay, for insurance of his health or any other member of his family. Okay, any health insurance. Okay, Mediclaim is also a health insurance, correct? So any health insurance paid by employee and employer is reimbursing it, then that is also exempted. Okay. Fine. We'll do one thing. I think we'll continue on. We'll continue on Sunday. Okay. Any questions we have so far? I'll start from here. Basically, okay. I'll start from here. Not too much actually. I think maximum another 45 minutes. Maximum could be 30 to 45 minutes. We'll be completing salaries. Okay, and then we will start with PGBP on Sunday. Okay, on Sunday itself we'll start with PGBP. Okay, I don't know for now whether 30 or 45 minutes, so better we close it now. Okay, any questions? No?
No, sir, no question.
Okay, fine. Thank you. We'll meet later.
So next class is on Sunday, no?
Sunday, 7:30 going forward. Okay, 7:30 to
Okay,
11
sir.
is the time going forward. And your class on Friday and Sunday, GT.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.